Okay, guys. Sorry I forgot to put in the opening. Oh my god. Um,
Whoops.
yeah. Whoops. Did I even remember to put in a closing? Yeah, I even forgot to put in an outro video. This is what happens when you spend too much time working on a refuse and other stuff like that. Oh lordy. Uh, as you can see, my special guest is Stupenzo.
Howdy.
Yeah, let's bring you on
Did
up
you,
here.
was it you talked about Ghost in the Shell yesterday? Did you see the new one?
I haven't seen the new one yet, but I know that the artwork for the new one is
It looks wacky.
well, the artwork for the new one is based off of the manga. It's so yeah, you're getting the manga basically, uh, which is interesting because well, the I guess you could say the manga was more she's more energetic.
I mean, remaking an anime or yeah, remaking an animation with another animation is an interesting choice because animation is like doesn't age. There's no point to remake it unless you're doing this totally different animation style. But I don't like things that are different, is what I'm getting at.
Well, then again, you have the for Ghost in the Shell, you have Standalone Complex, Arise, and you have a whole bunch of stuff, spin-offs and everything.
Right.
So yeah, but the most recent one, I haven't seen yet, and I actually kind of look forward to because I am a fan of Ghost in the Shell.
Right.
Um, just want to say hi to the few people in chat right now. Roadkill, there better be pizza and soda in this dish. Yeah, no, there's no pizza and soda, and even if there were, I wouldn't give it to you.
Wow.
It's no, he specials and you know what? He specials in tacos, okay? If there's any
Tacos are
pizza,
good.
there's gonna be any pizza, it's gonna be mine. That's just
Taco pizza.
yeah,
Huh? Huh?
nah. You can have it. You can have taco pizza. Huh. That's like something that you would see at CC's Pizza. Mm.
What would be on taco pizza? Onions, cilantro, beef, maybe like a mole sauce.
Everything that's in a tacos: lettuce,
Yeah.
tomatoes, cheese, and beef.
Oh, you're describing like white people tacos. I'm describing street tacos.
And of
Pico
course,
de gallo, elote.
and then of course we have AJ Star Hiker. How you doing, sweetie? How's it going? Laura Dragnail. Of course, I don't blame you. I completely forgot to put in the openings and closings, so my fault. Uh, professional streamer. Hey, Ardu. Yes, I know, right? Professional streamer. I forgot to do half the stuff that I was supposed to. Um, and of course, Roadkill. Yes, he hates everything. Miss Sparkles with a very special message for you. And so is gay.
I'm gay. I figured something like that.
I've seen some of the pictures of she's made. Very interesting. Keep up the good work, Miss Sparkles.
Yes, pillow pictures for everybody. Enzo body pillows coming soon.
In case you guys are wondering, in Enzo's server, Miss Sparkles made a couple of pictures of Enzo cuddling with a pillow. So
She
adorable.
doesn't. Yeah, she's been making pillow, body pillow mock-ups for a lot of people. She made one for Lance and Dax and AJ, I think, and yeah.
Oh God, one for Dax. That's kind of creepy. Love
Isn't
you,
Dax
Dax.
already? Dax is already like a trademark character, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's gonna be an issue if we start trying to sell plushies of Dax and R.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Get a cease and desist from who is it, PlayStation or Sony or who?
I don't even remember who made Jack and Daxter. I really don't. Probably because I never played the game. Sorry, Dax and R. I never even knew it existed until I went going through the PlayStation store one time.
So here's a cheap, easy fix. Daxonar should change his color to like purple, and then go by the name Raxanad. Raxanad. There you go. And that would be, I think, legally distinct.
Yeah, it's probably the only one that would not get him in trouble. Yeah, you're right. Legally distinct.
Mm-hmm.
But as we can see, so today's topic: summer entertainment so far. Uh, and what I mean by summer entertainment so far, I mean when we had Culture Casino, we've covered everything so far that's come on. Summer entertainment so far, I mean from July onward. I would bring up Supergirl and cover that, but we've had more than enough talk of her
I know
from
it's like
any streamer.
it's like, dudes, people have been bitching about that movie for a year, and then it came out. It was terrible, and then it did terrible, and people are still talking about it every week. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like the gleeful gloating, you know, it did terribly. It's just a
Yes, it
weird.
did terribly.
It's
It
just
did
a weird.
terribly.
Everyone's focusing on failure too much. Like, because those are the rage bait clicks that engage people. You know.
I, I think what it is they're focusing on failure of certain movies and not
Yeah,
every.
everything. Yeah, the only movies most of these people talk about are nostalgia driven. Nobody talks about any of these original movies that come out every year, every month. You know, it's all about movies based on video games and comic books and toys and shit when you were a little kid. It's like seems
Yeah,
to be
and
the only thing that gets any kind of attention by some of these quote unquote movie fans.
that's when the people start screaming fail, fail, fail,
I mean,
and then they hear who's directing it. Oh, never mind.
I did. Yeah, no, that's another thing I'm noticing is like anything by Amazon seems to get a pass. All the shit from Angel Studios, everyone's like, Supergirl was hot garbage, and Odyssey looks totally historically inaccurate. But I watched Young Washington by Angel Studios, and even though that movie's garbage and historically inaccurate, it's pretty good considering what it is. It's like, who's paying you? Angel Studios, obviously. Who? Why are we glossing like garbage? Like, oh, Citizen Vigilante
Yeah, I was
was
watching.
was not bad. Yes, it
Was bad.
was. It was quite
Yeah,
bad. It was a terrible movie.
it was.
If
It was
we
bad.
want based entertainment, it can't just be straight to streaming garbage. You know.
Citizen Vigilante was so bad that the main actor in there, even disowned the film.
I heard that was actually not true, but
Army Hammer said that he was not happy with the lines, even though the lines that were offensive, supposedly,
he's
were
probably
said by
not happy
him.
with the finalized product because it was a bad movie. It's I heard that like that was like some anonymous source said, "Oh, Army Hammer's, you know, renouncing the movie," and it's like the only source is like some unnamed,
I saw it.
it's like
I saw it. I read it on Variety. That's where I saw it.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, they're trying to push this narrative that the movie is terrible. The thing is, Army Hammer probably can't publicly come out and be like, "No, I love the movie and I liked all the killing of immigrants and stuff in the movie." He can't really, he's been pushed in a corner, if it isn't true. If it is true, yeah, I mean, typically you're in a movie and you see that it's bad at the premiere and you try to like, not badmouth the movie. That's typically what
Hmm.
happens. I don't, yeah. But what I thought was hilarious was people saying, one battle after another, good. Oh no, one battle after another, terrible movie. Not gonna watch it. Citizen Vigilante, that was good. That was great. It was better than one battle after another, even though I didn't see the best picture winner of last year. But I did watch Citizen Vigilante, and that was better. It's like, bro, you are retarded if you're thinking that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. One Battle After Another was clearly better than Citizen Vigilante. I hate to tell you guys that. It was not a good movie. I mean,
That
I
was one that I
love.
never saw.
I mean, the thing is, like, yeah. I mean, we're gonna glass over movies that we politically agree with, or movies by creators we politically agree with, even if they're hot garbage or generic schlock. But if something, like the Barbie movie, it's not for me, but it was a good movie. It was well made. I mean, I didn't think it wasn't really my cup of tea, and it was woke, but it
As
was
hell.
well made. Citizen Vigilante was not well made. It doesn't matter.
And we
Uh,
have a super chat and a gifted membership that we got some point in time. From James OP, we have a super chat saying, I do have a private Pal World server up. Me, St. Hugo, and Will spent about 5 minutes on it. So for him, we will give
cool.
him a wonderful little.
Thank you for the. Shut up and take my money.
Isn't that nice?
It is. AJ Starhiker says she wants. I think people just want to see. They're desperate to see something different. I recommend the movie Positions. Nobody's talking about it. It's the best movie of the year. Everyone's obsessed over Obsession, which was a great movie. But it's like, oh, it's an indie movie that costs no money, and it's like, yeah, there's another movie that costs no money that some guy made. Nobody's watching it, and it was better than Obsession. So go watch Positions. It's about a guy who's addicted to crypto, crypto bro gambler who
Oh,
keeps
God.
fucking up. It was a very high stress movie, and it was very funny and twisted and pretty sweet movie about addiction.
I thought you
I
were about
love
to
it.
say porn.
No, I was gonna say poignant. Yeah. Get your mind out of the gutter, Scooby.
Oh,
Um,
you're the one who had us watch, what's
I
that?
know I am the gutter. Yeah, if I could do anything on YouTube, we would watch gay porn and stuff for fun, and laugh at it. We would watch Skinamax movies and beheading narco videos. We'd watch all that crazy shit if we could. This is why I need to do like get a Pornhub account or a OnlyFans account, and we just do live streams where we watch like full tilts, crazy crap.
Well,
That'd
can't
be
you do that
fun.
kind of stuff on Rumble?
No, Rumble within reason, but no, like they won't just let you show like nudity and pornography and stuff like willy nilly on Rumble. And if they do now, they won't forever. They'll change the rules. Everyone's upset. Oh my God, Rumble has made all their requirements to get monetized more strict. It's like, what did you think? They're just gonna give away free money forever? They're trying to, lure people into Rumble, and then do the old bait and switch. Like, I like to upload my WeWatch commentaries on Rumble for like safety, for like a, just to have like a backup. But I'm pretty sure eventually Rumble's going to like hit me with like 50 copyright notices, and just take my Rumble channel down eventually. It'll
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, give it time. And let's see. IB to EB gifted 1 channel membership. Thank you. Scooby very much appreciates it. Very, very much. And for that, we're going to get a little visit from Deb.
What the hell are these? Hey, can I keep them? Can I keep them too? Why wouldn't you let me keep the girls too? We are gonna have to have some words after your stream, Scoob.
Ah, yes, words he will never have.
Those were cool. Who makes those?
What? Where did I make that?
Yeah, who made those? Where did you get those?
Grok.
Sick.
I made it on Imagine. I've made some pretty interesting things on Grok Imagine. Like I have one that is a super chat of Lara Croft. She lifts up her shirt instead of boobs. You see the great big word super chat across her tits.
That's neat.
But
Maybe I'll get to see it later.
I can't use it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, you get in trouble for it?
Yeah, I'd get in trouble for it, but it's been shown on Toasty's streams before. She's let me see it before, but you know what? I'll just send you. I'll send you the clip.
All right.
You'll get a taste.
I'll watch it in my private time.
And let's see. Devastator says, to be fair, Angel Studios and the company that made Citizen Vigilante are not major studios.
Well, I'm also noticing people glad anything by Amazon Studios seems to get a pass. Like trying to everyone loved Project Hail Mary, and what else is Amazon? I don't even know. This is what I hate about nowadays. It's not about. It used to be who stars in movies. That's what got butts in seats. Then it was like who's directing movies, right? That was like Quentin Tarantino, the 90s and 2000s. And now it's all about what movie studio, what production company is making the movie. I don't know why that matters.
I mean, we got Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out, or as thanks to the editor, Brand New D.
I see what they did there.
The Odyssey, which comes out next week, Spider-Man Noir, which is on Amazon. That is actually that's a good one. That's a good one.
I found it to be quite woke. I don't know why that one got a pass. All the white people are evil, and all the fucking ethnic girl bosses telling the dudes what's up. I mean, I still liked it, but I'm just saying, like, the dudes that bitch about this stuff constantly, they didn't notice it in Spider Noir. It's in every episode. There's like this big black dude who's like scary. He's like this big scary black guy. He's a bad guy. Of course, he turns out to be a good guy. There's this scientist who's an evil, scientist who's doing creepy experiments on people. But then you find out she's a woman, and then she's not evil. The only white dude in the show is Nicolas Cage, and he's a washed-up drunk. He tells his fat Chinese secretary that she's a better detective than him, and gives her the keys to the puts her name on the window, gives her the name of the.
I thought the customer that he was using was Asian, and his secretary was a fat white girl.
No, she was either Mexican or Asian.
I think she was Mexican.
It's probably because you watched it in black and white. No,
I did watch it in black and white. I did.
It also wasn't filmed for black and white. I don't know if I would prefer the color version, but like it didn't look awesome in black and white. Because noir means like you're using a lot of shadows, a lot of heavy lighting and shadows are involved, and I just found like that was not what they were doing in the lighting, but it was fine. Like I said, I liked Spider Noir. But I just noticed, like...
They put in 2 seasons in 1 week, though. That's the thing.
Wait, what? There's a second season of Spider Noir?
Not 2 seasons. I'm sorry. All the episodes in 1 week. Sorry.
Yeah, that was that
was a stupid thing to do. I was, space it out.
I think the way to do it is, like, release 2 or 3 episodes every week, Yeah,
and they do that with certain series, like Has Been Hotel. They did that 1 to 2 episodes every week on a Wednesday.
I don't like that show. Or the fans of that show. Not all of them, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like Has Been Hotel is like the new like furries thing. I don't know. Like those Has Been fanatics they're a different breed.
AJ Starhiker says, Amazon, very hit or miss. They've had some decent projects, but they also had Rings of Woke.
Rings of Power. Rings of
Power.
Rings of Dower. Rings of... It's got to be some rhyming bullshit pun you got to do to criticize these movies. I never watched Rings of Power. I didn't really like the Hobbit movies, I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fans. I mean, I like the movies. They're good. They're great. It's like one of the best trilogies, maybe the best trilogy. But it is nerd shit.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, or that one HBO show.
Well, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of any of those.
You know, you're not a big fantasy person. I get it.
I love fantasy. It's just those ones just seem to follow the same pattern.
Every time I rewatch Lord of the Rings, though, it's like you notice way more awesome things. You know, every time you watch it. July 4th, though, I showed a bunch of people Heavenly Creatures. I think you had already left by then, but Heavenly Creatures was Peter Jackson's movie before he did Frighteners and Lord of the Rings. That movie's awesome. And everybody was like, where is this going? This movie's insane. You know, what's going to happen next?
I was sleepy. I was very sleepy. But hey, you know what? I caught The Sandlot, and The Sandlot is a great movie. Anybody here who has not seen Sandlot, you have to watch The Sandlot.
Yeah, I was shocked that we had a few people that hadn't seen it. They were like, we should watch Independence Day. I was like, The Sandlot's better. And they're like, I've never seen it. I was like, motherfucker. Yes, we're going to watch The Sandlot. And then as soon as the movie was, it was like, JAMA was like, yep, that was better than Independence Day. I'm like, you goddamn right it was. I mean, I like Independence Day too, but yeah. Black Lives says, Heavenly Creatures made me afraid of white women more than usual. Yeah, girls. That was the point. Is like Sandlot was like little boys playing. They play baseball. They hit on lifeguards. They eat chewing tobacco and get on carnival rides. They try to get a baseball from some killer dog. Little girls playing with each other in Heavenly Creatures. What do? They immediately les out. They write like novels together, like romantic fiction, and then they plot to kill one of their mothers with a brick and a pantyhose. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, I remember when you showed the commercial for it. I was like, so that's what I missed out on. Yeah, no.
But yeah, Lord of the Rings, man, like every time you watch any Peter Jackson movie, like you notice all sorts of cool filmmaker tidbits.
I saw the very first Lord of the Rings, and I fell asleep before the movie ended.
They're good movies to fall asleep to.
I mean,
for me, they're the kind of movie where it's like, oh, let's put on Lord of the Rings and fall asleep to it. And then it's like 3 hours later, I'm like, well, that was the movie's over and I'm awake. I watched the whole thing. That plan failed.
Yeah, for me, it's I love fantasy movies and all. Just those ones, they follow a similar pattern, and that pattern is they're boring and they can't keep my attention. Whereas other fantasy movies, that go way back, like you take a look at Dark Crystal,
Never-Ending Story.
Those Dark Crystal and stuff. Those ones, I like those.
Yeah, those are Dark Crystal was creepy for sure. Never-Ending Story, when that stupid horse drowns, everyone gets sad. Artax, no. I was thinking the other day, I was like, you know, if you remade Never-Ending Story and you race swapped Atreyu or Bastion, I don't think that would matter. Like I don't think anyone would care if you race swapped Bastion. Or you shouldn't care, I guess. Bastion needs to be a white kid. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. But, I mean, don't remake Neverending Story. I mean, maybe you could remake Neverending Story, actually, because it is limited to, like, the puppet effects. Like, that would be cool to see that movie with, like, big-budget CGI green screen crap. You know?
Mm-hmm. No surprise.
You'd have to do a legacy sequel where it's, like, Bastion's son is reading the book now, you know? So it's not really a remake. But then again, like all these remakes and reboots, they're all so formulaic, you know? Like, you know they're remaking Neverending Story, you already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It'll be the same thing as the first movie, but with like a bunch of fucking stupid special effects. And yeah, maybe gender swapped. Maybe gender swapped. Yeah, it'll be a girl reading the book this time. Yeah.
I would not be surprised in the slightest bit. See, yeah. Lord of the Rings
that doesn't
really
offend me. That doesn't really offend me when you hear about.
Lord of the Rings is really good when I can manage to stay up for it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I mean,
Hobbit.
Lord of the Rings it's like one of the, it's, goddamn crowning achievement in the 21st century of cinema.
A.J. Starhiker says The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings books basically codified a lot of modern fantasy
Yeah.
tropes.
Yeah, so I mean, if you like Dark Crystal and Neverending Story, it's because of Lord of the Rings,
And
But that was the other thing in Heavenly Creatures is those girls were doing what Tolkien was doing, where they created their own fantasy kingdom with their whole kingdom lineage and all the characters, and they're just writing about this like in-depth world that they were creating, and they went insane.
I remember one of the first fantasy films that I saw was Return to Oz.
Oh yeah. Oh.
The most fucked up version of the Wizard of Oz.
That movie has a special place in my heart because like this crazy
Yeah.
goth chick at high school was like, I don't know.
The main villain can remove her head and change it. It's like,
yeah, was it Firuza Balk?
What's that? Yeah, Firuza Balk. That was her.
It's the girlfriend from Waterboy and the chick from The Craft. She's in Island of Dr. Moreau. Yeah. She was also in what's it? The Teen Witch. No, the little witch movie. It's like Harry Potter for girls. What's that one called?
I don't know. I know of The Craft, but
yeah, no, there's like an 80s British Harry Potter for girls. It's not Teen Witch. I did a Wii Watch for it like 3 years ago. What's it called?
May have to do another one.
But yeah, dude, some goth chick was like, yeah, I basically like, first time I had hanky panky was with that movie on. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and of course we have Spider-Man: Brand New Day, which is coming up fairly quick. I mean, I think that's in next week or a week after or so. Comes out the end of, I think it's at the end of July. Then we got Odyssey comes out next week, and the Odyssey, I gotta say,
I feel like I'm one of the only people that's like. I feel like I'm one of the only people that's like. There are words. I feel like I'm one of the only people that's like excited about the movie. It's probably gonna be good. I don't understand. I find a lot of the outrage over the film to be performative. I mean, Lupito Nyong'o, Helena Detroit. I've heard all the jokes. They're funny. There's a lot of good memes, but you guys know she's probably going to be in the movie for like 30 seconds, right? Like a minute or two.
My mom, she saw her and said she looks like she should be Medusa instead.
Ouch.
The role of Athena, which is Zendaya got her role via Tom Holland.
That makes sense.
There's even the big stars in here. There's no way they're going to save it now. I got to say, the best version of the Odyssey that I've ever seen is the one that was the mini-series for TV, the Armand Assante. And I might do a little mini watch of that.
I watched it the other day. I'm gonna say if the Odyssey is just anywhere near as good as that, then that's fine. Then it's because honestly, it is made for TV, the Armand Assante version. But yeah, it was great how like Eric Roberts is the Robert Pattinson character, and
the Armand Assante version, that one was perfect. They got the costumes right. They got the characters right, the story right. Half of this, I'm a big fan of Homer and his works and everything. I've read the Odyssey so many times. I've pretty much memorized it word for word. I saw that on TV and I followed it very easily. The thing pretty much has it down word for word in the story. What the hell's up with the costumes, the casting? What is going on?
I saw a lot of people bitching about like Telemachus is wearing pants. And I'm like, yeah, that is weird and historically inaccurate, but You
I
know?
mean, Tom Holland, he looks like he's wearing a jumpsuit without sleeves. It's like, really?
Yeah, I mean, the movie takes place like 1,000 years before pants were invented,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I mean, there's also not like cyclopses and weird, you know, sea serpents and shit like that also. So I think I think I can excuse some pants. I don't want to see everyone's balls hanging out, you know? Um I'm really like I'm going into the Odyssey with an open mind. I hope it's awesome. I hope like the trailers are only giving us like a little tiny bit of it's probably gonna be a big long 3 hour movie.
And Ellen Page being in there,
Yeah,
I'm
I I don't I not my casting choice obviously.
they do not have a good they did not pick a good cast. They just didn't.
I mean, the thing is nobody's complaining about Matt Damon or Anne Hathaway. They're fine,
And
but
Anne Hathaway,
nobody.
I got no problem with. But the thing is, though,
She's hot. She's hot.
She's not exactly the world's greatest actress. I'll give her that. But I mean, like the big names, the big star names in this, there is no way in hell they're going to be able to save this film.
So the RoboCop remake was I think that was the last time. That was when I realized like casts don't matter. Like it doesn't matter who's in the movie really, because like RoboCop remake, it had Gary Oldman and Samuel Jackson and all these crazy big names, and that movie sucked. And I realized like, oh yeah, casts don't. And the thing is, I think it was like because of Batman Begins, that was like one of the first times we're seeing like this prestigious like cast in some superhero movie like this. And the Batman movies always had like big name actors playing the villains and stuff, but the fact that like Alfred is Michael Caine and Gary Oldman is Commissioner Gordon, it's like a dream cast. And that movie kicked ass. But like I said, Chris Nolan, he's always been provocative with his casting choices, and I think
Oppenheimer went to his head.
I mean, that's the thing I don't understand is like, oh, he's just doing this so he can get the Oscars. It's like, well, he already won the Oscars last year, so this is him just kind of doing whatever he wants.
I think it went to his head, and he thinks he can do it again. It's like, sorry, you're not going to do it with this.
The question is, if you walk out of that movie and it was awesome, are people gonna eat their hat and be like, oh, I was wrong? Probably not. They're probably. I mean, the thing is, people have gone so hard against this movie.
Well, the thing is, though, even the tagline, "This is what happens when you defy the gods." No, that's not what happens. Odysseus only pissed off one god. That was it. The others loved him.
Yeah, but I mean, the point remains. I mean, his hubris offends Poseidon, and Poseidon decides to send him, you get him lost at sea for years.
But he's making it sound like he pissed off all the gods. No, the other gods love him. It's just Poseidon.
Again, it's just difficult to tell from the fucking trailers. Just think about like, the trailers for the Batman movies, how little those gave away. Like, so I mean, I'm sure the Odyssey's doing the same thing. Like, in fact, like I was worried about the movie, and then I saw the Cyclops in one of the trailers, and I'm like, oh, okay. So he's actually doing like fantasy stuff. That's really all I was worried about, because I didn't want to see the Odyssey if it was going to be historically accurate, and grounded. I don't really care for that. Like that's the thing I was worried about with Chris Nolan making the Odyssey. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I rewatched the Homer's Armand Assante miniseries, and it's great. But then again, the cast is all over the place in that one too. Like, you got Vanessa Williams playing who's Charlize Theron playing Calypso, and becomes Odysseus becomes her love slave. I mean, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's like everyone's focusing on casting. Everyone's focusing on, what these cast members are saying in red carpet interviews. I don't really give a shit. Lupita Nyong'o said some dumb bullshit about how there needs to be more women in the Odyssey or whatever. And I'm like, well, she clearly didn't read the book.
I wonder how Homer would think if he knew that women had more screen time. It's like, woman. Back when he wrote this, women
There are a lot
weren't
of women.
thing.
Well, there are a lot of women
there were
in the story.
There's a lot of women in the story.
It focuses a lot on, like, you know, the maids and the Queen Penelope back home with all the suitors. It focuses on all the goddesses and you know, Calypso and Athena. And,
yeah, exactly.
You know,
and
in fact,
she's acting as
for
if
for like a war story, you know, usually war stories are centered around men, soldiers. So usually war stories have very few women. So this one actually, the Odyssey has like more women than you would think, you know.
and they kill
So
off
the point is,
they kill off all the men bit by bit by bit, and
right.
Odysseus is not pretty much, he actually is the only survivor in his crew because all the others have been killed off.
Yeah, I mean, I think
It's like, has she not read the story?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's the same thing with Supergirl. It's the same thing with Rachel Zegler. Guys, 20-year-old girls say stupid shit all the time, especially when they're drunk and they're actresses. So, I mean, when Supergirl said some weird, you know, it's, what's that interviewer's name? Mark Mifton or whatever.
Remember, but he always,
you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know
the gay one.
About. Yeah,
like, he's the problem.
He always asks the wrong questions.
No, they're the right questions for him. He's like a provocateur. Yeah. Like, that is his job, is to, you know, cause conflicts. Like, he's the one that needs to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the right questions for him, but they're also the wrong questions at the same time.
Give Millie Alcock a bunch of champagnes on her red carpet premiere of her movie, and then ask her, you know, some question about being a queer icon, you know? Like, she's going to do what most chicks are going to do. Oh my God, it's great. It's awesome that she's a queer icon. Absolutely. What's weird is like there are men that are like fucking 40, 50-year-old men that have hate boners for these like actresses that are just these chicks that are like half their age. I don't understand it. Like Zendaya, she's all right. I don't love her, don't hate her. You know, she's decent.
She's actually up for another nomination for
Euphoria, probably. Yeah. I want to watch it now that I know that everyone dies in it. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, check it out now.
We got one gifted membership.
Nice.
What the hell are these? Hey, can I keep them? Can I keep them too? Why wouldn't you let me keep the girls too? We are gonna have to have some words after your stream, Scoob.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, like, you know, if you don't like Zendaya as an actress, that's fine, but it's totally different if you are a grown man, twice her age, and your hobby is to get on YouTube and, you know, just talk about how much you hate this woman every week. Like, that is borderline. Like, you have issues here. There's something going on. There's something else. Normal men should not be freaking out about some actress like this. And it doesn't, same thing with Rachel Zegler or whoever the fuck the actress is. It doesn't matter. These are 20-year-old dumb chicks.
Yeah, Rachel Zegler is just more along the lines of, she's a dumbass who didn't know how to shut her mouth. She suffered from the same problem of Brie Larson. Shut up.
Yeah, but what did Brie Larson do? She did shut up. She got big fake titties. Now we all love her, right? You know, now we tolerate her. And the thing is, Brie Larson, before she was doing all that, she won an Oscar for Room. She is a good actress. So she kind of, you know, she didn't. Rachel Zegler was weird because she just came out of nowhere, and she's in, you know, the West Side Story movie, and now she's in Snow White, and, you know, I get it.
Rachel Zegler's just a flat out bitch. I'm sorry, she was.
She is, but I will not tolerate this nonsense that she's like ugly. She's got a fucking great ass. I don't know what you're talking about, but
still a bitch. Sorry.
Yeah, they're actresses.
She's a whiny ass little bitch. I'm sorry. She is.
When you find actors or actresses that are not assholes, that is the rarity, you know?
There are several. But the young ones, though, they need to shut the fuck up. Jeez.
I agree. And yeah, stop asking divisive political questions for them, you know? Stop, getting them all liquored up and interviewing them. And also stop caring what actors say. That's the other idea. Like, some actor in the movie that I want to see said something offensive on the red carpet. Now I'm not going to see the movie. That's not how I think at all. I do not give a crap what some actor said on their spirit. Robert De Niro. Like, Robert De Niro says stupid shit all the time. Like, if he's in, the new the first Joker movie, that wasn't stopping me from watching it, you know?
The Devastator says, damn, is Stupenzo a simp for the Ziegler color? Color me shocked.
No, I'm not. I can only name like two things she was in, you know? The question is, does she offend me and piss me off to no end? No. She's just some dumb chick, dude. Like, yeah, you guys need to chill.
She doesn't offend me, but she does piss me off on a regular basis.
I mean, I think it's different when you're like a girl hating on a woman, a woman actress. Like I said, dude, this is funny. I was at the karaoke bar 2 weeks ago talking to some 50-year-old, Hispanic lady. She's a nice woman. She seems like a, average normie type lady. She likes Boys to Men and music like that. And I brought up Supergirl, right? I was like, oh, I saw Supergirl. It was awful. And she says, I would never watch that movie. And I'm like, yeah, superheroes aren't your thing. She's like, no, that actress is just too ugly. I was like, whoa, damn. Like, just coming from normies, that was funny. She was not sugarcoating it. She was like, Supergirl needs to be hotter. And I was like, I agree. Like, if Supergirl was hotter, I might have enjoyed the movie more. And that's the other thing about these dumb actresses. Like, if they were hot pieces of ass, I think, will we give them more of a pass? Probably.
Or in your case, if they were in a swimming pool.
Yeah, I do love my Supergirl swimming fanfic stuff. And I mean, it's not just chicks with black hair. I mean, I like a few blondes out there and redheads, and I like Mexican and Asians and black. I like all the women. I'm an equal opportunity female objectifier, I objectify women more than most guys, anytime some woman shows up on the screen, I'm like, what's her name? And has she been naked before in movies? Like, I'm constantly Googling that stuff, I'm interested. I want to know. What are those daring roles you did where you got naked, as an actress?
Oh, God. I don't remember which one it was, but during the Oscars, there was one actress that Ricky Gervais, he was hosting, and he cheered her on for being completely nude in her movie. And she was like, thank you. And he's like, now you got a buddy.
Jennifer Lawrence was in that was like feminist claptrap movie where she's married to Robert Pattinson. I forget what it was called.
That's what it was. It was Jennifer Lawrence. She was full on nude.
She got really naked in that movie, and that was cool. But that movie sucked. And I was excited for that movie. I thought that looked neat. What was it called? Like Die My Love or some nonsense like that?
I am not a fan of hers. So.
Jennifer Lawrence? No, I like Jennifer Lawrence. She's funny and she's a whore. I mean, she probably fucked Harvey Weinstein allegedly. So, I mean, I got a chance with her if I got a role for her, I mean, that's cool. Or at least that's how she was working 20 years ago. And when her nudes leaked, like, this is a woman who knows how to pose naked on a camera. This is a woman who, probably knows how to work a penis, So, respect to Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, definitely respect her, because a lot of them are probably like, no, I find myself
they're like afraid
precious.
Of it.
Yeah, I find myself
Jennifer Lawrence. You could tell she just grabs that thing and fucking takes charge.
It's like, ugh. It's like, ladies, I hate to tell you this, but if you're going into Hollywood, you're going in there for a reason.
Yeah, and I've seen that sentiment around. Like, we need the casting couch back. We need Harvey Weinstein back because, as twisted and perverse as he was with his weird pigtail penis, he he knew how to get butts and seats. You know, he was only casting hot pieces of ass in his movies, and he was winning Oscars and shit. You know, I mean, he wasn't like some joke. So I don't know. I do agree with that. And again, Jennifer Lawrence, she also was an actress who said stupid shit on the red carpet. Dude, you guys ever had a girlfriend? They say stupid shit all the time. Women, especially young ones. Like, God,
I've said
like
stupid.
every original thought they have is like not original and retarded. And you just kind of nod and be like, "That's nice, dear."
Guilty. I've said stupid shit before.
Yeah, I mean, you know, unless Jennifer Lawrence says, "Hey, you specifically, Enzo, you suck," you know, I won't get too offended, you know.
Phrasing. Spider-Man, Brand New Day. That, like I said, that one's coming out pretty soon. Now that one, I'm kind of nervous about because when they showed the commercials, they showed way too much going on. And in my opinion, the last time I saw that, it was Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, and nobody liked that. And it did have too much going on, and it was not very good. And to me, this
I don't
comes
really
out.
care for the Tom Holland ones very much. I like Michael Keaton as Vulture. My favorite scene in all the new movies was where Michael Keaton is talking to Spider-Man in his car when he's dropping him off at prom.
He's
Like that
threatening him
scene.
about his girlfriend.
That scene was awesome, and it's just two people talking in a car, you know.
If you hurt my girl, I'm gonna hurt you. And it's like, oh boy, the dad warnings come.
Yeah, that stuff was great. But I mean, and I don't like. I love the Spider-Man costume. How we're sticking more to the comic books. I don't like how they've made the logo all huge again. I liked when he was using like in the Avengers movie, or I'm sorry, I guess Civil War. Like the first time we see him, he's got the little classic '70s little tiny little spider emblem, you know, and
Well,
his
this
costume.
new costume is supposed to be inspired by both Tobey Maguire's and Andrew's and his.
See, the problem I have with superhero costumes now is the same thing with like the Superman and Supergirl costumes, and like it works with Batman, all the paneling, you know, all the little pieces of armor, but like yeah, I prefer the lycra, you know, spandex like bodysuits, and I think that's why the Spider-Man costumes look the best is because they're the closest to this lycra look, and now they're kind of getting away from that, going back more towards. Because, yeah, the Tobey Maguire costume, I didn't really care for the big protruding black lines, you know? They look like they were made out of, like, thick, waxy rubber. I just like it when the suit's, like, one solid, you know, lycra piece, you know? That's cool. Slick.
I gotta say, probably my favorite Spider-Man costume isn't even from the comics. It's the one that Iron Man gave him. The one made of... oh God!
The spider suit.
The Spidey suit that was that one, the robotic like one.
Not unobtainium. What am I saying? Vibranium.
The vibranium like one that sprouts legs. I liked that one.
Yeah, I don't care for a lot of people don't care for it either, but the you know, Iron Man Jr. Spider-Man
Iron
thing.
Spider, thank you.
Yeah, I like how they're kind of going away from that, but my favorite costume for Spider-Man, I was blown away when they redesigned his costume for that game. And Spider-Man has that big white logo, and he's got like this kind of like backpack design, and like that shit was cool. That was slick. He has like these American colors, red, white, and blue, or red, blue, and white. I thought that was a really slick costume redesign.
Yeah, R2L2 says they tried to modernize superhero suits for those X-Men movies.
Yeah, and again, it's the Matrix's fault. You know, the Matrix was so cool that everyone copied it forever, and so many movies in the early 2000s.
Well, then again, you have the Deadpool movie, and you have Negasonic Teenage Warhead. She had the traditional.
Yeah, Deadpool.
X-Men. Yeah,
the Deadpool movies are the only time where we're seeing like accurate, comic accurate suits, not just in, you know, and like in any of these movies, any of these superhero movies.
I mean, Colossus, he says in the first one, when will Deadpool see the benefits of working with X-Men, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead said, what benefit? The blue and the yellow spandex suit, and then you see her wearing it towards the end of the movie, and it's kind of like,
Well,
that is the suit I'm looking for.
so what's cool about the X-Men is they don't have a uniform. Like, if you read the comics and you look at the actual costume designs, they're all very unique and expressive of the individual characters. So, like, Cyclops and Wolverine, you know, Cyclops is blue with yellow accents. Wolverine is yellow with blue accents. I do prefer the brown and gold, the brown and tan costume for Wolverine. But, like, you know, that's supposed to represent Wolverine and Cyclops' dichotomy, their differing viewpoints. But, like, yes, like Nightcrawler, he wears like a black and red tunic. Gambit wears like this, you know, trench coat. He's got like pink and black, you know. I mean, everyone's got their own thing. I like Storm when she wears the white costume. She's also got her black costume she does, you know, with her big white hair, you know. It's just cool.
Well, I always thought Storm's costume was kind of silverish.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes the X-Men cool, is like how expressive their costumes are. And like I said, the Deadpool movies are the first time where we're seeing, like, you can do these costumes accurately and make it look cool, and the fans will like it. Like when Wolverine puts on his damn mask in that damn Deadpool 3 movie, like, it took like 25 years to do that, and the costume was awesome. It's like, come on. Like, trust the original designs. There's a reason why these designs are great. In the Superman costume, again, like, we have to add the collar and these little, like, fucking lines all over it for no reason. And it's got to be made out of, like, thick motorcycle leather. It's just not the best
not
look.
Needed. Yeah.
And then Superman, Henry Cavill, it's like dark navy blue, and it's got this like reptilious, like, kind of scaling pattern, and you know that shit looks stupid too. You know, we got rid of the underwear.
Don't forget about the famous Batman nipples.
Yeah, I just found it hypocritical that Alicia Silverstone didn't get bat nipples. I thought we were looking for equality here.
Yeah. But back then, equality wasn't a thing.
Yes, it was.
It was more of a, let's get the back.
No, because that was the thing. Is like in the, first wave feminism was like, hey, stop treating women like garbage. We're equal. Second wave feminism was like, hey, we're in some regards better than men. Like, we can do some things better than men. And then third wave feminism is men are evil and we need to get rid of men. Like, that's how it works. That's how the waves.
Major Wolf even says, bat nipples.
Yep, the bat crack. I mean, we did see Alicia's bat crack, so that was cool.
Yeah, you got some ass. There you go.
And I know original X-Men started with like the 5 people, but no, I mean, was it like, they all had the yellow and blue outfits, but who was it? Wasn't it like Angel? Yeah, there's Angel, Beast, Iceman, Cyclops, and Jean Grey.
Kitty Pryde was always my favorite. Shadowcat, in other words, she was always my favorite.
Elliot Page played a good Kitty Pryde back then.
God. I will always refer Elliot Page as Ellen Page, because that's exactly what she fucking is.
Everyone loved Juno. All right, it was like Napoleon Dynamite for chicks. Like, everyone loved it. It was one of those.
I never saw it.
What? You never saw Juno?
No.
Or Napoleon Dynamite?
I saw Napoleon Dynamite, but I've never seen Juno.
Juno is a solid flick. It is a good movie.
I thought Napoleon Dynamite was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Never understood the part where the uncle of his or whatever is running around door to door putting trying to sell, what was it, pants or bras or whatever. Right.
Yeah.
That was
Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico.
Yeah.
By the end, he looks like a gangster.
Yeah. What else? What other good Ellen Page movies? She's in Super, which was a James Gunn superhero movie where Rainn
She was
Wilson plays the
she was
Crimson
in
Bolt, and
Beyond
he
Two
beats you in the
Souls.
head with a monkey wrench.
Yeah, and she's in Beyond Two Souls, which was a pretty decent video game.
Oh, video game, right? She was in. I never saw the Drew Barrymore roller derby movie that she's in, but I heard that Whip It, I think it's called. That one I heard was good. What else was Ellen? Oh, she's in Inception. Ellen Page. She's in what else? And again, she's in the Odyssey. And I don't know how that comes about. Is Chris Nolan approaching him? Is how does that work? Hey, Ellen, I haven't talked to you in 10, 15 years. How's it going? Well, first of all, it's Elliot, and I'm doing good, but I really need work. Please put me in a movie. Yeah, we were gonna cast you as one of the maids, but I guess we could cast you as a soldier. Because let's say you were friends with Elliot Page back when they were Ellen Page, and you put them in one of your big movies. There's got to be a bit of pity, or because we all look at Ellen Page right now and realize that person is struggling.
I want to know
that person
if Elliot Page went back in time to Ellen and said, "Hey, by the way, in the future you're going to turn into a man." I want to know what her reaction would be.
I really think that a part of her transitioning is it's back to that Weinstein thing. She didn't want to get, this is a way some of these actresses cope or prevent future, molestations, I'm guessing. I really think there's something to do with that, maybe casting couch stuff. That could be why she transitioned.
I will say this though. The one great thing that has come out about the Odyssey is those Ellen Page AI shorts that everybody's been making memes out of.
Oh yeah, all of
Those have been great.
like I said, the Helen of Detroit memes are funny. I don't agree with them. I'm not gonna, I don't really give a shit that Helena Troy is black in the Odyssey movie. If they're doing the Troy War of Troy movie,
That's a different story.
I could we can allow more fantastical, cool, crazy crap in a movie like the Odyssey. I
agree with my
like
mom.
I said,
It should be Medusa.
But like I said, all those memes with her, 12 years as a slave, those memes are funny. The memes with little tiny Elliot Page are hilarious. He is a tiny man. They're saying he looks like James from James and the Giant Peach, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't unsee that.
Especially when I've seen so many damn
like I said, man, the problem with
those clips. Oh my god, they're just hilarious.
Like I said, the problem with Elliot Page is this is a person who is struggling mentally, and I don't think like I said, Chris Nolan is probably a homie because he's I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, but I'm going to put you in the movie, Elliot, because you deserve better. I don't know. You're clearly in a bad place right now in a bad way. So I'm going to put you in my big movie. And everyone's just doing all the, memeing on her hard, which I'm not surprised by, but yeah, I don't know how it's going to end with that person. It's not going to end well. I don't think in 10, 15 years, Elliot Page is still going to be around being super happy with themselves. I don't really see a reality where that's possible, especially with how the social media, internet sphere is. I'm not saying hey, go easy on her. I'm just saying that person's probably going to kill themselves. You understand that, right? So I don't really think I don't think what we're doing is helping. And like I said, hating on Chris Nolan because he always uses the same cast members over and over again. If Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in, the Odyssey, would we be freaking out about it? Probably. My favorite thing is when people are saying this movie should have been all Greek actors. This movie should have been all Greek. Yeah, he was in a couple movies with him, but he like I said, he reuses cast members, but like what's funny to me is when people are saying like, oh, this movie should be all Greek actors. And I'm like, you would be
What?
bitching about that too if it was all Greek actors, because it'd be a bunch of no names, and you'd be saying, oh, he's pandering to the woke because he's using accurate casting, you know? Like I promise you that would be the vitriol then. I don't understand how to please these people, but the problem with Greek actors is like name 3 Greek actors. Jennifer Aniston, John Stamos, Zach Galifianakis. Like these are not big names.
Unless, they're going the route of Odyssey friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you want authentic casting, so yeah, you want an all Greek audience, but I promise you if Chris Nolan did that, the same people would be bitching about that. I don't know. Like I said, it's just like the Supergirl movie. Like I saw the Supergirl movie, it was awful, but I was glad I didn't spend a year bitching and crying about the movie like some people. Like you've got to walk out of that movie thinking, well, yeah, I was right, but do you feel better that it was bad and you talked about it like nonstop for a year? This is a movie for girls. This is a movie for kids, you know? Like the Odyssey seems to be like, yeah, a movie made more for, adults, or I guess general audiences, I should say, not just like comic book fans.
People who actually know what the hell is going on in the book.
Yeah, and I disagree, and I do disagree with like these Oscar rules. Like, if you want to get the Oscars, you got to have like one black person, one gay person in the movie. I understand those rules are bullshit and stupid, for sure. But like, Chris Nolan is playing ball by the Academy's rules. The Odyssey, I mean, he didn't do that with Oppenheimer. He tried not to. I mean, he tried to get an accurate cast for that one. Also, same thing with Dunkirk. He did all white people in Dunkirk, and he got a lot of flack for that. So, I mean, there's no, you're going to piss off people no matter what,
And like I said, for Spider-Man Brand New Day, that looks like it's just got too much going on at once, and it's going everywhere.
Yeah, and Zendaya's in that one, too. And I do agree she shouldn't be Mary Jane.
She shouldn't be Mary Jane. She shouldn't even be in it. They should just take her and Ned out of it because their memories were wiped, and just start bringing in other people like Sadie Sink. Supposedly, they're going to make her Jean Grey.
Jean Grey.
And if that's the case, because you know how Disney's doing their freaking multiverse thing.
Sadie Sink is from, where is she from? What is she in? Stranger Things or some bullshit?
I don't remember, but
I don't know.
That's
the thing about nowadays. I'm, again, like some new hot actress, and it's like I've never heard of this person before.
If they were gonna do something like multiverse or whatever, then they should make Sadie Sink Jean Grey and Cyclops' daughter, because she had the ability to travel between multiverses and stuff. But I have a feeling they're also gonna do like everybody's saying Jean Grey, and she's going from interview to interview. My role is a secret. I don't think it's a secret. I think pretty much everybody's figured it out.
They have these NDAs and shit they sign, I mean, they can't talk about it. That's her way of saying, stop asking me. I'm legally not allowed to talk about it, And that's the other thing I hate is like all this shrouded in secrecy. It's a Spider-Man movie. I mean, who gives a shit? You tell people Jean Grey's in it for sure, like that gets people interested in it.
Yeah,
it's not like Sadie Sink is playing some mysterious person. Just
tell
us.
Punisher. You have the Punisher, who starts off as a bad guy, and then him and Spider-Man are friends.
So what's cool about Spider-Man is it doesn't matter who you pair him off with. You pair him up with Punisher, Deadpool, Spider-Man, or I'm sorry, Wolverine, Daredevil. You can pair him up with anybody, and it works. That's why Spider-Man is so cool.
Yeah, and so it's all of a sudden, Punisher comes up, going after Spider-Man. We don't know why. Next thing you know, the two of them are buddies. What also, you see a scene later on. The two of them are buddies, having a talk, and right next to them are MJ and Ned. And it's like, wait, what? And then, of course, you have the Hand coming in, and then you have another popular villain coming in.
Yeah, I mean, they're predicting it's kind of like what was the last Spider-Man movie. Like they're seeing similar shots where Spider-Man is fighting a bunch of people, and they're like, I
It's like
feel
there's
like
too
there's
much
a
going
bunch
on
of
at once.
people.
I
I feel
think
like
the
there's been a
scene's
bunch of people
great,
removed
but
digitally from this shot from the trailer. You know, like they don't want us to know
yeah,
so and so's in the
it's
movie.
it's just it has too much going on at once, and I think that's going to go against them, especially in the commercials. They show a little bit too much at once going on. As for let's see, yeah, and um, Patrick Ross says the Hulk in Spider-Man: Brand New Day was originally supposed to be the Lizard.
No, that would have been better. But I guess like didn't we already have Lizard? We haven't seen Spider-Man and Hulk, and I do like how it's not Smart Hulk again. You know, we've got just
And
regular Hulk coming back.
well, here's the thing though. They just released a little teaser that there's actually somebody in the movie that remembers Peter Parker,
Right.
and it's like, okay, great. I care why, and, and then of course we have Moana, Disney doing another.
That
We're
already
taking
came out, right?
uh, I don't
Yes.
know.
I think it just
I think
came
it came
out,
out today.
Everyone hated it.
I mean, I think it came out yesterday, but either way, Disney's doing another. We're so desperate, we're going to do another animation turned live action.
We're remaking an animated classic that's less than 10 years old.
And we're going to stick in The Rock. Why? Because
Well,
he was in the original.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said, like, with Emperor's New Groove, that movie's cool because if you made a live-action version of it, you would have the same cast. But that doesn't mean I want you to do that. You understand?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been done. Don't do it again.
yeah, I
It's been
don't.
done. Don't do it again. Please give us something new, like Toy Story 5.
Yeah, and I'm aware, Smart Hulk is going to be in the movie, but, he obviously becomes Bad Hulk or Crazy Hulk.
Yeah.
But yeah, Moana, I mean, I'm glad that it seems like people are wholesale rejecting these live action remakes now because nobody liked Moana. They said it was unnecessary and stupid. And also The Rock, he's like on a downward trajectory. People are just The Rock needs to pivot and start playing bad guys like immediately. I heard like a rumor that he's going to play the new Apocalypse in the MCU, and that's probably not true, but that would be a good career choice for him to play like a crazy villain like that.
And then, of course, we got the Lanterns coming out. That's on
Yeah, I
HBO
don't know
Max.
about it. I don't know about it. Apparently Hal Jordan dies in the first episode, and they're trying to do the True Detective thing. I don't.
Yeah, and the tagline for that is "Only one can wear the ring." And
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a big Green Lantern fan to begin with, but
neither am I. I've never been a Green Lantern fan. I always found Green Lantern kind of boring.
the trailer. I mean, again, just like the Odyssey, like I doubt the trailer that we've seen is giving us a lot of information. In fact, I'd imagine most of the stuff we're seeing from the trailer is probably all from the first episode.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That would be, where's the space stuff? Where's the green stuff? I'm sure it's coming. Now, obviously, if it doesn't, that's retarded. But I just, I mean, again, it's like, it's too early to tell. But yeah, I saw like some massive spoilers being like deleted off of Twitter, which kind of verifies it's true. That like Hal Jordan gets killed in the first episode, and you're just like, ew, it's not a good idea.
And then, of course, it's never a good idea to show those spoilers too soon.
Yeah, it's just like in the Godzilla movie. Bryan Cranston's in it for 10 minutes, and then he dies. He gets replaced with Quicksilver. You're like, oh, that wasn't part of the deal. I thought he was going to star in this movie. Hal Jordan. Now, I do think that guy, Kyle Chandler, is going to be in the show a bit because apparently some stuff takes place in the past. So, I mean, he will theoretically be in every episode, I guess. But It's just we like
Probably
Hal
like
Jordan. We don't want him dead.
it's probably like a flashback if it's every episode. Oh,
Yeah,
little
I mean,
flashback to this moment. But
yeah.
yeah, it's probably going to have a lot of flashbacks. A lot of show movies do that. Um,
And I don't think it's just that we're tired of superhero movies. I think we're also tired of just like these fantastical, CGI movies, these big epic action stuff, I
overly
think that's
done.
just I think it's just getting old. I don't think superheroes are necessarily the problem. I also think it's a lot of this nostalgia addiction, Like
Mhm.
it can't just be a superhero movie. It's got to be like this famous superhero from the comic books that we all know, you know.
Yes. Boosh brings up a good point. The Green
I
Lantern
never
movie with
saw it.
Reynolds was a mess. It was.
Never
It was
saw it.
horrible. But
I
it was
saw the
great
trailer and was like, this looks terrible. These special effects.
how the Deadpool movie brought that up as an Easter egg.
Yeah.
Don't make the super suit green or bright or whatever it was. But it was a great Easter egg for Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I
Yeah,
remember thinking,
Lanterns.
I
I was
remember thinking to
excited
myself,
about Lanterns, and then, I heard this like spoiler shit, and I'm like, ugh. Don't really like what I'm hearing.
and Bush also says, I'm not fatigued with superhero movies. Thank you. Don't make the super suit green or animated. Thank you, Papa. Yep. that was the Easter egg in Deadpool, which was a great one. But yeah, for Lanterns, I don't think that's going to do so well.
Also, yeah, I mean, just HBO streaming shows. That's another problem. Like, I can't tell you how many times I see a trailer for something. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. They're like, it's a mini series. It's 10 hours long. My interest dwindles when I hear that,
Yeah, example, Last of Us. Ooh,
Yeah, I mean, well, that makes sense why you'd make a video game adaptation a show, but still, I don't want to watch something that's like 10 hours long. Like the new Ghost in the Shell. I was like, this looks crazy, but if it was a show, I'd be annoyed. The fact that it's like an hour and 15-minute long movie, it's like, I'm definitely going to check it out. Like, why not?
and then of course our continuance of summer. I mentioned this earlier backstage. I really don't get why we're getting Halloween movies coming out in the summer. You saw Evil Dead
They're year
Burn.
round. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
year round movies, horror movies. They're a solid, money maker. Because I
you
did
said you
watch
saw
Evil Dead
Evil
Burn.
Dead Burn.
I liked it, but it's the weakest Evil Dead movie. It's also like the darkest Evil Dead movie, or at least like the heaviest subject matter. It's got great cinematography and great atmosphere. The whole thing takes place in like a Tyler Durden, like Resident Evil 7, like rundown house, which I thought was cool. It's very gory. Delivers on the gore, so I mean that's all you could ask. But it is like, how do I describe it? Like, the problems I had with it were, so there's like a lot of attempts at humor with this like dementia riddled grandmother, and I feel like those jokes did not land for me. Also, the grandmother's very obviously like a young woman in old people makeup, so that way when she's like climbing on the walls later, it's
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it would have been better to just cast an old woman, and then you have a stunt person do the stunts, rather than I don't know.
And I gotta agree with Patrick here. I miss campy Evil Dead. And,
See, I like the new ones. I think it's cool that we're pivoting to straight horror. But I mean, yes, I do like the Evil Dead movies, the original ones, and I love Ash versus the Evil Dead. The first season was awesome.
Yeah.
But the idea,
It's
like
on.
the 2013 remake was a great idea. Like, let's do Evil Dead, but for real. And then the heroin addict story angle to it was great. And then yeah, Rise surprised me. I actually liked it. I do like the upgrade with the CGI eyes. They're better. They are better than the contacts, the Darth Maul contacts. Like the mom and Evil Dead Rise looks great. The problem with Evil Dead Burn is it's a little bit too much computer animated shit, especially towards the end. The big bad is like a big CG mess. Also, Evil Dead 2013 and Evil Dead Rise both end in these massive bloodbaths. Like the first one, literally it rains blood, and the second one has that elevator full of blood. This one does not do that. They do have like a big, obviously it's building up to a big fucking house fire because the movie's called Evil Dead Burn. But that was like too computery. And then like the big bad shows up and he's like a CG mess. And, you know, the big bad at the end of Rise was a big CG mess, but it was like, it was disgusting, and you only saw like glimpses of it in a dark parking garage, you know? Yeah, I mean, like I said, I liked Evil Dead Burn, but it's like the only Evil Dead movie I'm going to give a B. I give all the other ones A's. Like, I think Evil Dead is like one of those consistent and quality movie series. I like Evil Dead. And
I know Ash versus Evil Dead is on Plex now.
yeah, it's very funny though. It's
it
really
is.
funny.
It's good. I wish they had allowed them. Unfortunately, due to copyright reasons, they couldn't let him keep the hand that he got from Army of Darkness, which is another great Evil Dead movie. But I would have loved it if they had let him keep that hand, because it would have, kept a good consistent storyline.
Oh, the metal hand
the
that
metal
he had.
hand.
Yeah, that was fucking.
That he makes, and all of a sudden, as soon as he makes it, just crushes a drink and goes groovy.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about this with Leon, where he says the new Evil Dead movies are not Evil Dead movies because Ash isn't in them, and I'm like, eh. And I was like, well, so you're telling me if those movies were called Necronomicon or something, you would like them more? And he's like, yes. And he's like, then they're not bad movies. Like you're being, I mean, what's the word I'm looking for? Hyperbolic.
And the whole thing about Evil Dead has to do with the Necronomicon. Not with who's in it, but the Necronomicon.
Yeah, that was my criticism of 2013 was the Darth Maul eyes. Like I said, when Evil Dead Rise shows up and this new one, they got the computer animated, like reflective cat eyes. They look way better. They look creepy. But yeah, that like I like the Evil Dead 2013. The pacing is great. The tone is perfect. It's super great. But like, yeah, that is my one criticism is the Darth Maul eyes kind of take me out of the movie a little bit. But like I said, I like all the Evil Dead movies. This is the only one I'm going to give like a B. And who knows, maybe I'll rewatch it in a year or two and like it more. But this one's interesting because there's no Necronomicon in it. Spoilers. They focus more on the Kandarian dagger. That's like a big plot point of the movie this time. And I feel like the three new ones are building to something pretty epic, hopefully. Because like Evil Dead Wrath is the next one. And it's like, dude, if you can tie this one and the previous two together in some big, because I mean the idea is like in this one there are 3 Necronomicons and I'm thinking 3 Kandarian daggers. So this is interesting. How without the book, how do they get summoned? Dude, it's crazy because in Evil Dead Rise there's like, Deadites running around in some lake house. Well, that I think is, bleeds over into this story. But what's interesting is in this one, a Deadite does the chant at one point, which is crazy. I didn't realize the Deadites can do that. The Deadites can just be like, Kunda. And you're just like, oh, shit. Oh, wait, hang on. Don't say those words. Wait, what? Stop saying that. Astrata. You're like, wait, whoa, hang on. You're not supposed to do that. Only we're supposed to say those words. But
you're breaking the rules. Don't do that.
The movies, so the movie starts out with like there's that Deadite Jessica from Evil Dead Rise. She's running around that lake, and she gets out on the interstate and infects the family that way. But yeah, what's crazy is like this family. Obviously, whoever wrote Evil Dead Burn has family issues. Whoever wrote Evil Dead Burn like hates their in-laws, and this movie is like a coping like therapy
Coping
piece for
mechanism.
that. But that's what makes the last two, this one and the one before that, like way more heavy. You know, the idea that like your family members are killing each other, you know, because they're possessed. Like I thought that was neat. It makes it way more hardcore. But yeah, this one is cool because yeah, you got the family tradition, the family reunion, and
That's one
you
hell
know,
of a family reunion. Jeez.
yeah, but yeah, like I said, I feel like the problem I had with it was like, yeah, the attempts at humor did not land. They felt out of place, and then also it's too much computer animation. And then another problem I had with it was the pacing. It feels kind of slow. Like it's like the pacing. It's like it's nonstop, but still like I felt like it was dragging. You know, like even though there's like demons running around constantly. Yeah, and Evil Dead Rise has mother issues. Yeah, exactly. I mean, but that to me, it's like werewolves. You know, like stuff like that. I love that kind of stuff. Like you're not safe. Like vampires and stuff, deadites. It doesn't matter if your husband or wife or children or, you know, mother or father get infected. They're coming after you. I like that stuff. But that's one thing I liked about Evil Dead Rise was I saw like the little non-binary they them child. There's like 3 children, and you're like, okay, well these kids are all safe. No, they're not. Like they all die. You're like, whoa. And like the they them, I was like, well, the they them's clearly gonna live. She doesn't. She gets it real bad. And you're like, I
That's
didn't
a
think they were gonna
shocker.
go there. I didn't think they were gonna go there. Yeah, exactly. I like that. And they weren't really a they them. They were like a little tomboy girl, you know, whatever. I don't, you know.
And then, of course, we have Super Troopers 3. If any of you guys have watched the previous Super Trooper movies, they're actually pretty decent on a
The first one's
funny.
great. The
Yeah.
second one I thought was all right.
The
First
the
one's
second one was
amazing.
the second one was, but the first one was pretty damn funny. I liked the first one. The first one was pretty.
Well,
funny.
the second one was interesting because it was crowdfunded because this is like COVID times, you know. So now we're doing like Super Troopers 3, which again, this is like, you know, produced by a production company. So I bet you it's going to be better than 2.
I would hope so. I mean,
I want to see the goddamn Beer Fest sequel. When is that happening? Weed Fest. Like that was supposed to happen. Beer Fest is their funniest movie by far. Broken Lizard.
I never saw. Don't hate me for this. I never saw Beer Fest.
Beer Fest is great.
My
Very
brother
funny
saw
movie.
it. He loved it. I've never seen it.
It's worth a watch for sure. Pot Fest, yeah, that'd be a good title. Whatever.
But yeah, and of course, now these movies are actually pretty scary. The Insidious ones, those ones are actually pretty good.
I watched those, and they're more like a going to a haunted house, you know, ride. You know, it's just like a lot of jump scares, and I've seen a few of them. I don't remember which is which. I don't really, you know, they're all right. I don't really care for them. I don't really go out of my way to watch them. Same thing with Sinister. You know, all those jump scare movies.
Sinister,
I definitely prefer Evil Dead over Insidious.
Insidious, I kind of liked because even though there was jump scares, it did let you pay attention. It was like, what the fuck is going on now? Oh, okay, yeah, now I get it.
And I think to answer your question, like, why are these horror movies coming out in summer? And it's because these are big tent, like the first Insidious movies and Conjuring movies probably came out around Halloween.
Yeah.
But now that they're huge franchises and they can release them in the summer comfortably.
Pretty much. And then, of course, aside from Insidious, another scary thing is Disney's releasing another Star Wars. Star Wars: The Ninth Jedi.
Oh, Ryan Gosling, whatever. Ryan Gosling. There's another one they're doing where Ryan Gosling plays like a fucking pilot or something. I don't know. The thing is, I saw Mandalorian and Grogu, and I thought it was fine.
I didn't see.
I thought it was all right. Yeah, it's the same thing with this Avengers MCU shit. It's like, I don't care anymore. Who cares? Let's
I
just
gave up on
chill.
it. Season 2 was bad enough.
No, yeah. The Mandalorian
And
show shits the bed totally.
yeah, I was like, season 1 was great. Season
But
2
the movie
was,
feels like, a couple episodes from season 3 or season 1. I mean, it doesn't feel that bad.
I mean,
But it
season
made no
1 was pretty
money.
good. Season 1 for Mandalorian and Grogu was pretty cool. Season 2 sucked ass. And then, of course, you have Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which everybody says is basically just a season 3.
See, the Pedro Pascal hate makes more sense because, like, yeah, he's like a man closer to my age. So it's okay. It's less cringe if you're gonna talk shit about Pedro Pascal all the time. Like, it's still a little cringe because I don't really care about the guy that much. And yeah, he's in some not great things. He's in a lot of stuff, but he was also in Eddington, which I loved. And he plays like this annoying, like, mayor who wants to wear masks during the pandemic and everything. He's hilarious. He if you hate Pedro Pascal, definitely watch Eddington. He gets brutally murdered as well.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, if it'll get you to see the movie, then yeah, I'll spoil it. But yeah, it's a minor spoiler. Yeah, his off-screen behavior is a problem because he's so gay. I mean, he's obviously gay. He's obviously a gay man, which is fine.
Did you see? I mean, a good example is the halftime show with Bad Bunny when he was on the field with his buddy. I forget his name. He plays another MCU character.
They say he's like dating some fucking soccer player,
And the two of them are just like dancing about, like, yeah, woohoo, arms around each other and things like that. And it's just kind of like, oh my God, just no.
I saw
no.
There's the clip of him in the movie theater where someone's recording Pedro Pascal walking up the stairs in a movie theater, like, oh, that's Pedro Pascal. And he's like walking by the phone and he's talking to his buddy, this man he's with, and he's just saying something like, I'm that bitch. You don't even know me. He's talking like that. And the guy's recording that, like, holy shit, that guy's gay as hell.
His sister is trans,
yeah, of course. Yeah, and yeah, the problem is, like, he's not overexposed. He's just like Zendaya. He's getting work.
He's overdone.
Probably because it's not that he's overdone. It's just like he's in 3 or 4 things a year. But the problem is, like, you're going to be watching those 3 or 4 things. Zendaya's only in like 3 or 4 things a year, but it's the goddamn Spider-Man movie. It's the Dune movie. It's the Odyssey. She's in all the things you're seeing. Like, if she was in 3 or 4 indie movies a year that you never saw, then you wouldn't be bothered by her, Pedro Pascal, and the thing is with Pedro Pascal and Zendaya and all these actors is, like, the main reason why they get work all the time is because they know people. It's nepotism, and they share the same, political opinions as everybody else. And also, the big one, they show up on time. They know their lines. They do the work. They're not difficult to work with. They're a joy to work with. People like them on a personal level. Because, like, if you're, an actor who just, like, causes problems, you're, like, rewriting the script, you're hanging out in your trailer all the time, you show up late, you're drunk, you're high, you're not going to get a lot of work. But if you're like Samuel L. Jackson, for instance, Samuel L. Jackson, he's in everything. He is in a lot of shit. Why?
And has one line in every single movie that he says all the time. Bitch, please.
Well,
he can't be in a single movie without saying that line.
I think that's most black guys say that line in movies, but
he was in King Kong and said that line. Bitch, please.
But why is Samuel L. Jackson get so much work? Because he does the work. He shows up on time. He knows his lines. He does the auditions. I mean, he's a professional. I mean, that is kind of the main. Why is Zendaya in everything? Probably because people just like working with her. That's how Hollywood works, man. It's very gay. It's all about, like, who you know and who likes you.
Exactly.
And
like I said earlier, she got the role of Athena in Odyssey through Tom.
But yeah, my point is, I doubt Zendaya is like a raging bitch backstage. Otherwise, she wouldn't be getting all this work. Pedro Pascal's probably a nice guy. When you work with him, that's probably the main reason why people fucking work with him all the goddamn time. That's why you're seeing him everywhere. Oh yeah, and you got to be kissing everyone's ass. That's the other thing. Are you gonna? Yeah, and yeah, probably Pedro Pascal let fucking movie producers put their fingers inside him and stuff. You know, like Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt probably sucked some dicks to get where he is today. I wouldn't put it past him.
Have
Are
you
you
seen him
willing
do
to go?
anything recent?
He was in F5. Everyone loved that. He's in something else coming out soon.
I've never been a big Brad Pitt fan.
What? See, I like Brad Pitt when he's in the darker stuff. I love 12 Monkeys and Seven and Fight Club. You know, those movies are great.
I like that one movie. I forget what it was called. Where he has that dog. And
oh
House
yeah,
gets broken into.
Oh yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one though. That one was.
They're
pretty
doing
fun.
a spin-off show with him and David Fincher, which I think is going to be interesting. But yeah, Brad Pitt's in a new movie coming out where he's got a dog. He's like a PTSD vet, and him and his dog are.
Yeah, I saw the. Yeah, you showed a clip for that in your show
right.
one time.
We watched the trailer for that. That's the new movie he's got coming out. And yeah, Brad Pitt, you know, he's not a bad actor. He's a handsome man. Chicks like him.
And then we got Reese Witherspoon with Elle, which is the I think it's the prequel. Like
prequel show. I just heard about it. Prequel show to Legally Blonde.
Yeah, and Vex Electronica, she saw it, and as did Waylon Vacifus and Plot Strikes Back. They were talking about it, and they were not happy. Vex was like, "Go figure. A lesbian has to tell her to be in touch with herself." It's like, oh god, they went that way.
What do I want to watch that's coming out soon? Oh yeah, in a couple weeks is Her Private Hell. The guy who did Drive and Only God Forgives and Neon Demon. He's making a movie with excuse me, Sophie Thatcher. Something about a serial killer. The Leather Man, I think he's called. It's about a bunch of hot models in some Asian country being stalked by some serial killer. It looks really stylistic and cool. That might be fun. There's a like later in August we got Ice Cream Man. That horror movie looks nuts. Union County, August, is a movie about heroin addict. Will Poulter is like a heroin addict, and he's going to, you know, NA meetings. I hear that movie's going to be good. The End of Oak Street. It looks like J.J. Abrams dinosaur bullshit, but it's not J.J. Abrams. It's the guy who made It Follows. So I'm kind of interested in that. Yeah, well, it's Ian McGregor and Anne Hathaway are in a house, and their neighborhood gets transported to like fucking 65 million years ago or something. I don't know.
I'm kind of looking forward towards the end of August. We have Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah, that looks great.
I want to see that so bad. If I knew I wouldn't get flagged, if Warner Brothers is so about getting, they're so anal about people showing their commercials. If they weren't that anal, I would show a commercial for it because it looks awesome.
Dude, another really weird, crazy movie we watched a trailer for that's coming out in August is called Hotspot. And it's some weird, like, French cyberpunk movie. It looks insane. I want to see that. There's Idiots with Dave Franco and Ice Cube's son. That looks neat. That looks pretty cool. Like, these are all movies I'm saying that look great, and none of them are based on some fucking toy, you know? They're not all based on a comic book or whatever. They're not all sequels.
I mean, we do have and we do have new shows. Like we have the Spider-Man noir. We even have one coming up on Fox. And it's funny you mentioned stupid because the one that's coming up on Fox is called The Nation's Dumbest.
Okay.
And I saw that. I was like, you have sparked my curiosity because there are many dumb people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Idiots looks really neat. That's a trailer that's like grabs your attention. You're like, this looks fun, whatever the hell this is. Yeah. What else? Like, not once we get towards like September, that's not really summer, but we got uh, what was it? Don't Move and Runner and The Wait. Ethan Hawke and Russell Crowe about like backpacking a bunch of gold through the wilderness in the 1800s or early 1900s. I don't know. That looks neat.
And I think there's a sequel. I don't know if this comes out in September or not, but there is a sequel coming out to it's not Don't Move, but it's the one where you can't make a sound, otherwise these aliens will get you.
Quiet Place. Quiet Place.
There's a sequel to Quiet Place coming out. There's another sequel.
I only saw the first one.
Yeah.
And the first one I had problems with,
So Quiet Place is coming out with a sequel. That one.
Dude, the big movie this year that I think is going to be the big one is Digger with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is going for the gold, allegedly. He's trying to get an Oscar. And apparently it's like some Doctor Strangelove style movie where some very rich... I think the trailer is supposed to release like in a few days. There's been a few teasers, but like apparently what I've gathered is the movie's about like one of the richest men in the world is trying to stop Armageddon, trying to stop, like, I'm guessing, nuclear war from happening. And this guy Tom Cruise plays, he's like, I think he's like a sports guy. Like he owns like some sports teams or something. He's like a mega millionaire, billionaire. I don't know. He's like a Ted Turner type character, So, I mean, that movie seems really like there's a lot of hype around that movie, Digger. So... like, keep your eyes out for that one in October.
The PTSD dog one for Brad Pitt. I think in this one, it's not, the dog isn't so much a PTSD dog, but now they're like,
they were like, him and the dog were like in the shit together in the war.
Yeah,
so they both have PTSD.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I think in this particular movie, it has nothing. I think in this one, when you showed it, it had nothing to do with PTSD or whatever. Him and the dog were now doing mapping or whatever it was. I don't quite remember. Ugh, that's such a bad memory.
Well, it's okay.
But,
we'll go see we'll see the movie when it comes out, I guess.
Yeah. But it's.
That was something I liked about Evil Dead Burn was the dog Deadite. More of that. I wish the dog was in it more. Like we've never seen a dog Deadite before, and I thought that was really cool, and they could have done more with it. But that was neat. Spoilers: the dog does die.
It's usually the point. When a dog is evil or whatever, it dies. Resident Evil dogs, they die.
Yeah. Like that was neat. I like that part.
Yeah, the Resident Evil dogs, those are pretty cool. Those were cool to see. It's like, you can call me your rescuer. Next thing you know, boom, dog gets him.
Yeah.
No more rescuer.
That dog in The Thing. Like everyone was always traumatized by that dog.
And of course, IB gifting 1 Scooby Pup membership. Thank you, sweetie. You are absolutely the greatest.
What the hell are these? Hey, can I keep them? Can I keep them too? Why wouldn't you let me keep the girls too? We are gonna have to have some words after your stream, Scoob.
You know what's funny is when I made that, I had taken a comic book picture of Deadpool in his home making a pile of pancakes, and I took it to Grok. I said, turn the pancakes into green GIFs, turn the background into a Mexican restaurant, and bring out 3 girls.
Nice.
these movies. I mean, these
Oh,
movies.
there's also the Cliffhanger remake with Lily James, the gender
They're
swap
making.
Cliffhanger.
They're remaking Cliffhanger.
Yeah, yeah, some
Uh,
chicks in it. There's also Fall 2. You ever see Fall where the two chicks are trapped on that big tower?
yeah, I did. Back when
So
Hypno still had a server, we watched it during
that was a good
on
one. That was
Halloween.
fun.
Yeah.
But they're making a new one, and now it's two chicks on a rope bridge.
Wait, what?
That should be fun. Also, yeah, I guess Practical Magic 2. Don't really care for that. There's Resident Evil. That's
The remake? Yeah, the Resident Evil remake. That's getting the reboot.
Terrifier 4. That'll be fun.
Yeah, he's going to be in space for that one. James
I don't think
Ops.
that's true, but
They should.
that would be cool.
They they showed they showed a clip of, not a clip. They showed a picture for it, and he was in space. He had like a little spacesuit on. James Opp, member for 9 months, says, "Scoob, let Deadpool keep the girls too." Never.
Oh yeah, the Social Reckoning, Social Network sequel. That might be decent. The Social Network was great.
Isn't that the one about Facebook?
Yeah, yeah. Did you ever see that one? It was good.
Yes, yeah, I saw it. I think it was made in revenge or something. He made Facebook as a revenge or something like that. I don't quite remember much of it, but I did see it.
The idea is, yeah, Mark Zuckerberg stole the idea of Facebook from two Harvard elite twins. But this new one, the Social Reckoning, is all about like how, Facebook is basically a surveillance tool, spying on
Pretty
all of us.
much.
That should be neat. Clayface, I don't really know about that.
Clayface is, I don't know. That's more something.
I don't really care for these,
That's more something for Sammy.
yeah, but also I don't really care for these, they do it with the Spider-Man movies, we got all the Spider-Man villain movies, we got Madam Web and the Hunter guy, Craven, and, who gives a shit? If fucking Batman's not in it, if Spider-Man's not in it, who cares?
Clayface wasn't even really that much of a villain, in my opinion.
Right. Street Fighter looks dope. And that's like one of those video game comic book bullshit movies that I'm like, this looks cool.
It looks very campy.
I'm into it.
It looks very, 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 very campy. In my opinion. But you know what? The other one was pretty campy too, but it wasn't that campy. Why? Because Raul Julia was in it.
Yeah.
And he made it cool.
And then Kylie Minogue also made it cool.
Gee, I wonder why.
There's also what's the other big one? Oh yeah, Godzilla, obviously, -0. That'll be
Woo!
fun. That's November. Jesus.
Yeah, that's November. It's good. My mom and I are gonna go see it in IMAX. So we're definitely stoked for that. So, but yeah, I mean that's
should be cool.
I'm hoping for more good stuff to pop up in the summer. I really am, because I mean, as it is right now, it's a hit and miss.
Yeah. Yeah, a few other movies. There's a Pinocchio unstrung horror movie, some generic action crap. Coming out soon, but still a handful of original movies that look decent that are coming out in the next few months. Nobody's talking about those. I don't know why.
Yeah, the one the studio who's doing Coyote versus Acme, that's Ketchup Studio. Originally, I think it was going to be originally done by Warner Brothers, and they pitched it, and then this studio picked it up.
I bet you if it does well, Warner Brothers will retroactively release the Batgirl movie that never came out.
And not only that, if this does well, I bet you anything they're going to be kicking themselves like, well, why the hell did we drop this?
I'm in the boat that I think that they never. I feel like a lot of times they announce these things just to see what the reaction is. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have a movie and they were like, hey, we're shelving this Acme versus Wile E. Coyote courtroom movie. And people are like, oh, that sounds great. You shouldn't do that. And then they're like, all right, green light the movie. People want it. Let's make the movie.
I mean,
Never had the movie made.
They show Daffy. They show Bugs. They show. They're all in there. And
what was that movie that came out?
Wait.
Daffy and Porky, the day the world blew up. That was cool. That was a fun one.
Saw that. I didn't even know that existed.
It was good.
Damn.
It came out last year, I think.
I'll have to check it out, definitely.
Yeah, it was a fun little alien invasion movie starring Porky and Daffy. And that was it. There wasn't a bunch of like superfluous Looney Tunes cameos throughout the movie, which I thought was neat.
But yeah, I can't wait for it because I've always wanted to see Acme, get their own. I mean, you think about
it's
it.
one of those.
Poor Coyote's been screwed over so many times.
Right. It's one of those movie plots that sounds awesome. Like imagine 12 Angry Men, but with the Looney Tunes. Or no, it's more like Aaron Brockovich. Imagine Aaron Brockovich, but starring fucking Wile E. Coyote and what's his name? Will Forte.
Will Forte? Oh god, yeah. He's in this?
He's like the lawyer representing Wile. That is first Wile. Yeah, Will Forte and Will Arnett. Those are the two I always get mixed up. Will Arnett is Lego Batman. Will Forte is MacGruber. So whoever MacGruber is. Yeah, Spinal Tap 2 was disappointing. Spinal Tap is such a classic masterpiece.
I never saw Spinal Tap. I never saw Spinal Tap 2. I saw the first Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap is so good because it's like, it's good if you're a rock fan, but it's even better if you're like a rock, like a musician. If it's so spot on. It feels like it's not a parody,
Another movie that did great this year that I actually really liked, Minions and Monsters.
I heard that was like, if you're a big movie buff, you'll like Minions and Monsters because there's like a lot of movie references.
It was basically what they're doing is they're trying to find the best bad guy they can pair up with. So they're going from monster to monster to monster to monster. It is really, really good. I highly recommend you watch it. It's great. I went to go see it with my nieces.
Do I have to watch all the other Minions and Despicable Me movies to understand it?
No.
Okay. Because I haven't.
I mean, half the time they say,
I saw like Trey Parker was like the bad guy of one of the Despicable Me movies. I was like, really? So yeah,
I know. God, what? Oh, I always forget her name. She was. I forget the actress. She was in the first Minions movie.
Okay.
She was in Miss Congeniality.
Sandra Bullock?
Yes, she was the villain in the first Minions movie.
Neato. Oh, Sandra.
But yeah, and I love how Spinal Tap the movie was so good that it became an actual band.
Yeah, same thing with those same guys did that movie A Mighty Wind where they're folk musicians. That was hilarious also.
Same thing happened with Blues Brothers. They were so popular they became actual musicians.
Yeah, I mean,
the Monkees, same thing. So
we were watching Small Soldiers with the little toys that are fighting each other,
Oh yeah,
and
great movie.
The Gorgonites, Spinal Tap, the guys from Spinal Tap voiced the Gorgonites.
I didn't know that.
All of Spinal Tap is involved in the Gorgonites, and then there's also what's his name? Played Skeletor. He's 80s Skeletor. Frank Langella. He's the main Gorgonite. Yeah, interesting casting.
He's the main Gorgonite?
Yeah.
My favorite, I'd have to say, for that movie was when they started I mean, they just had some great actors and actresses in there.
Yeah. Phil
And
Hartman.
yeah, and when they used the Spice Girls against them, they're like, "Oh no!" Oh God, it was so funny. It was such a great movie. People watch that movie. It's so great.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It's a great watch.
What I will say
It's
about this summer
it's
is,
psychological warfare. Yeah, it was good.
yeah, I mean, what I'll say about the summer for movies and stuff is like, yeah, if you're annoyed by what's it, the Odyssey or Spider-Man or whatever, just don't watch it. And
Yeah.
there's other stuff coming out that nobody's talking about. You know, look out for the movies made for grown-ups. Those still come out all the time.
And half that
Like I
stuff
said,
is
best movie I've seen all year is Positions. No one's talking about it. Go watch it. I've shown it to a handful of people. They all loved it. Leon loved it. I made Leon. It
Obsession is
stars Leon. It stars Leon. Positions.
Obsession was a big hit. It was actually pretty
Right.
damn good.
Everyone's talking about Obsession, and I don't think it's fair because Positions should also be the big talked about indie movie that costs nothing. And like I said, if this movie was just, if this world was just, that movie would make a bunch of money too. So, it's not fair.
How true. I gotta say though, it seems like the better movies are gonna be probably gonna be coming out in August, as far as summer goes. As the summer ends, the better
Yeah,
stuff.
we'll see. Like I said, dude, I can't wait to see what the Odyssey's like. Like I said, if I come out of the Odyssey, like I said, Supergirl, I went into Supergirl with an open mind, and it sucked. It was awful. And I liked Superman. I thought Superman got like a C. Like it was okay. It was pretty good. I liked it more than the Zack Snyder crap.
I did not
Uh,
like either Superman. Give me
which
Christopher
one did you
Reeves
hate
any day.
more?
I
Which one did
hated.
you hate more?
Okay,
I
which
hate
one did
Man
I
of
hate?
Steel. I can't fucking stand Henry Cavill. He's not Superman.
I could not.
He's dangerous. He's terrifying. I would agree with Lex Luthor in those movies. Superman should be stopped. He's a
I don't like
danger
the
to
most recent
society.
one. I don't like the most recent one. I don't like
Yeah, I mean,
guns.
I thought it was like I said, it didn't piss me off. Like obviously Superman's kind of a whiny bitch in that one, but
It's
that's better than
Spider.
him being like this invincible, like mass murdering
Yes,
maniac who
the
destroys
most
cities.
Christopher Reeve, number one Superman for me. Supergirl was like it was like James Gunn's another. It's like another attempt of him making Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy, but for the DC universe.
Supergirl sucked. It was really
It was
really bad.
really bad. It was bad.
So like I'm not one of those guys who's like gonna double down. I'm not like what's an Angry Joe or whatever. So like the Odyssey, if I go see the Odyssey and it sucks, I will tell you all. I will be like, yeah, it was disappointing. But I have a feeling if that movie's badass, like I have a feeling a lot of these YouTube movie critics are gonna just be disingenuous and then they'll start talking about how like, well, it's a big flop now. It's not making a shit $1 billion, so therefore it's a flop. Like that'll be the new pivot. And then if it does make a bunch of money and it's a badass movie, they'll say, well, it's just generic schlop. It's just slop, and it was mid. It was okay. Like there'll be this like you won't see these people like eat their hat, and say, hey, I was wrong. Go see this movie. It's badass. Like I
I
said,
will.
if I'm wrong and the Odyssey sucks, I'll be the first one to say, hey, Zendaya's the worst part of the whole movie. I'll have no problem telling you guys that. Like I'm not. It doesn't. There's no shame in
I
me.
gotta say the only Odyssey that I will ever watch and adore. Well, I can't say ever watch because there was one previous to it that I actually didn't mind watching. But my favorite one will always be Armand Assante. This one I will
Yeah.
not be spending my money on.
I don't know about that. Like that's the other thing I have a problem with. Like I'm gonna boycott this movie, but I'll still just talk shit about it nonstop. It's the same thing with One Battle After Another. That movie deserved Best Picture. Like, it was the best movie of the year. And people saying, like, I never saw it, and I know it's woke garbage. It's like, well, you don't. You don't know anything. It actually wasn't. uh,
I just don't like where they're heading. I just don't like the where they're doing it. I really don't.
yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're not into it and you don't want to watch it, that's fine. But if you're going to be talking shit about it nonstop, you should probably watch it, you know? I don't know.
But if I do watch it, I'm making somebody else pay.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the other thing. I'll tell you, hey, you know, it wasn't great. I'd wait till streaming, you know, that's another thing.
That's
That's how I
another
felt
thing.
about that's how I felt
another
about
thing. I would
Superman.
wait-
Like,
I mean,
Superman's
that's
okay,
another
but
thing.
you should wait till it's on HBO Max, you know, check it out. It's not bad.
That is another thing. I would rather wait until streaming.
They say you got to see it on the big screen, on the IMAX theater, which could
I
be all
want to.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care. I'll watch
The
it.
problem I have
however
with Chris Nolan, is his movies are very like shoot first and, you know, edit fix it in the editing room later, which is why a lot of his movies feel very, I don't know, like they have this very disjointed kind of like dream-like kind of editing, you know, where like scenes just kind of like, you know, transition into each other. Also, I'm pretty sure he's gonna do non-linear storytelling, which he does all the fucking time, which it's getting old. So it'll be like, you know, the movie will take place like after all of his men have died at the beginning, and then we'll see flashbacks of when they were together, and it'll be all out of order. I'm betting that'll be Chris Nolan's like style. That'll be annoying. But the thing about the Odyssey is it's such a good story. Like I said, as long as it comes anywhere near the Armand Assante version, it'll be a good movie. You know, as long as it's anywhere. And the made-for-TV Armand Assante version has not aged well. It
didn't age well, but when it first did its appearance, it was amazing.
I did like the Sam Neill Merlin movie a lot. That was fun. Made for TV, kind of similar.
I thought as far as the TV version, I thought Isabella Rossellini was a great cast choice.
Yeah, she was creepy as like Athena with her blue contacts, you know,
but she was great.
And I like, yeah, and the idea of like Zendaya doing that same exact role, that doesn't bother me. Like, okay, she appears like as a goddess to certain people here and there. And she's gonna probably have like a 5 minutes of screen time in a 3-hour movie, you know? Same thing with Helena Troy. She's gonna be in the movie. She's not, you know, she's gonna be in the movie for like 30 seconds probably.
Yeah, she's acting as if she's the star of the movie. And it makes you wonder just how much time did they give her?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a problem if she gets in the fucking boat with Odysseus and the men, and, you know, she goes on the adventure. You know, it'll be a problem if that shit happens, obviously. If, like, you know, there's a few scenes where Helena Troy is, like, you know, standing in the background. She's Punisher's wife. Punisher is the one who marries John Barenthal. He's the guy who's, like, married to Helena Troy in that movie, right?
Yeah. And Ardulitu, he brings up a very good point. Not going to be, he's not sure how they're going to fit the entire Odyssey into a single movie. Now, when they did it in the TV as a TV series, they did it all.
The pacing is pretty relentless. Like,
yeah,
I'm guessing the movie's 3 hours long or close to 3 hours long. And yeah, I mean, Chris Nolan, like I said, like when you look at Batman Begins, like not a single shot is longer than 2 seconds long. Every shot is like, it's so like hyper, so ADHD. The Prestige, another great, that's my favorite Chris Nolan movie. Like, it's awesome, but dude, it's so dense. There's like so much happening in the runtime. So I imagine like it can be done. The Odyssey, it'll just be, yeah, like I said, you'll see like 10 seconds of them eating the lotus flowers, and then it'll cut to 10 seconds of, you know, Matt Damon having sex with some witch, so she doesn't turn, you know, she turns all of his men back, you know, from animals into humans or whatever. She'll,
yeah,
you know,
I mean, when they did the TV version, they managed to cover all of it and in a very nice pace. For
I mean, they
this,
left out
I
a
have
couple
a
things like
feeling
the sirens and some
I
other
have
things,
a
you know.
I have a feeling that Christopher Nolan's going to be a little bit all over the place with this one.
Yeah, that's the thing is like all of his movies feel kind of all over the place. They're very disjointed and jump around like crazy. But
Yeah, and when you do
we've
that,
just
especially with something like the Odyssey, that's not going to be a good thing to do.
I don't know. I disagree. I feel like it works. It could work with the Odyssey, but like I said, I just don't really think it needs to be non-linear. I think it would be cool to tell the story in a linear fashion, but Chris Nolan just refuses to do that. I mean, that's been his gimmick for like most of his movies, except for like the Batman movies.
Yeah, his Batman movies were
Yeah, I mean, the problem is the Batman movies, especially The Dark Knight, they were so good. It was like The Matrix. Like, it's so awesome that Hollywood gets the wrong lessons from it, and that's why all the superhero movies are... That's why we had the shitty Man of Steel movies, because the Dark Knight movies. We need to make Superman grounded and realistic and dark and serious. No, we don't, actually.
and they pick a sparkly vampire to do it.
Yeah, I think with like the Dark Knight movies, you know, making like I've said this before, like it's like every time we get a new Godzilla movie, Godzilla has a new design, and it's fine. We don't care. We're okay with it. Godzilla, you know, he keeps.
It's
You
a
know,
monster.
yeah, we understand what Godzilla is, and I say they need to do the same thing with superhero movies. Like the next Superman movie should be a totally new Superman, totally new actor, new costume. Make it set in the 40s. We don't need this continuity with these movies anymore. Like we don't need the MCU over and over again. Like the next Batman movie, just do a new Batman. Just go crazy. We could have 3 Batman movies come out in 1 year and they could be totally different. New totally different cast, totally different setting, totally different story. You know, you could have like a Lego Batman movie, a Batman noir movie, and then like a modern, you know, you could just go crazy with it. We don't need continuity with these stupid superhero movies. The Odyssey, like I said, like I would prefer if it was told in order. I have a feeling it won't be. But like, yeah, I'm not going to be bitching about the fact that Zendaya is going to be in like 3 or 4 scenes in a 3-hour movie for a year. Like, I don't really hate Zendaya. I think it's weird when men have these like hate boners for these female actresses half their age. Lupita Nyong'o, she's awful. It's like, what's so awful about her exactly? Besides the fact she's black. I mean, like that seems to be the problem, right? Helena Troy's black. There's also a 50-foot Cyclops in the movie, and I don't know, assume a bunch of other weird shit. Telemachus has pants. Like that is also crazy, but I can move past that. I can forgive the pants. It's not gonna break the movie for me, you know. It's these severe autists, you know. Actually, they didn't have pants back then. Nobody fucking cares, dude. Like, you know, don't be that guy. Don't be that dude that's just like bitching about everything. Like, just enjoy the movie. And if it sucks, it sucks. That's the other thing. Like, Supergirl sucked. Okay. Do we have to like gloat about it? Like, again, like focusing on failure, focusing on wanting things to fail, wanting things to do badly. Like, is it wrong to just be like, I hope the Odyssey's good. I hope it kicks ass. What if it's like the most fucking epic movie? What if it really is like Chris Nolan, like firing on all cylinders? Like, wouldn't that be cool? Could we get past a black Helena Troy if the movie was kick ass? If you can't, there's something wrong with you. You have a problem.
I would forgive him if it was kind of like a Bollywood movie and they all just all of a sudden stopped and started dancing.
I mean,
that would be very interesting.
That'd be fun. I don't care.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I just like I said, it reminds me. So we used to make fun of SJWs, right? Because they would just find stupid shit to be mad about, right? We would make fun of them. They would be like, "Oh, there's not enough lesbians or trans people or black people in this
movie or comic book or video game, and we would say, what do we say? We say, well, okay, these are people that have mental illness, and they have these lives where they have no problems in their lives, so they're inventing problems. They're inventing things to be mad about, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is the same thing if you're over here bitching about Black Helena Troy for a year. Like, you're just finding things. It's performative outrage. It is no different from the SJWs bitching that there aren't enough black people, bitching that there's one black person in a movie for, like, you know, a few scenes in a 3-hour movie. I'm just saying, like, obviously it's an interesting casting choice. I'm not going to disagree with that. Is it making me angry? Like, dude, I don't care if I'm not angry about the socioeconomic geopolitical climate right now. If I'm not angry at the fact that we're in the middle, if I'm not pissed off and freaked out about the fact that we're in the middle of World War III and like 90% of the planet doesn't even realize it, then why would I get pissed off about some stupid actress said some gay shit on red carpet somewhere? I don't we got to get our priorities straight, you know? Like, that's the thing. I mean, like I said, to be concerned, to be skeptical, that's perfectly normal. I'm skeptical of the Odyssey. Is it going to be good? No one knows. We don't know. So to just write it off, I'm not even going to go see it. I think you're going to be missing out. Now, like I said, like if you're holding out until word of mouth comes around, you know, like if I tell Scooby, hey, actually, Scooby, it's good, go see it, and she goes to see it, then that's fine. But if I say, hey, it's really good, check it out, no, I'm not going to because Zendaya's in it, then there's something wrong. There's something, you have something wrong with you. There's like performative outrage. Like you're just finding something to be mad about. First of all, when we're talking about 40, 50-year-old inflamed white men who, you know, like you're going to give yourself a heart attack. Remember when Tom Connors was freaking out about Masters of the Universe? Like we see that and we're like, this is a man baby who doesn't have long to live. You know, he's going to stress himself out into an early grave over what? Fucking Hasbro movies? Mattel movies? You know, like this is it, Mattel. I'm never giving you a single other penny after the 5 action figures I bought at the movie theater. Like, yeah, it's like a bunch of infantilized man babies that are just like SJWs a few years ago, just finding shit to get mad about. It's like, maybe you don't need to be mad about anything. Does that cross your mind? Like I'm a pretty chill guy. It's a good way to live, to not be pissed off all the time. Like if something sucks, just laugh about it and move on, you know? Like we have got to just get our priorities straight as a society, as a YouTube sphere, whatever the hell you want to call this, like community. I just, you know, you don't want to be that guy that's just bitching all the time. It's really annoying. And like I said, don't get me wrong. The Odyssey might suck. It might be awful. It might be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But I will make that call after I watch the movie. You can't judge movies based on their trailers. You can't judge movies based on their casts. You can't judge movies based on what one of the cast members said on the red carpet. I mean, you understand? Like, if you want to get mad about something someone said on the red carpet, that's fine. But to associate that with the movie itself it's not correct. It's not the right way to go about things. And don't get me wrong, like, I like laughing at gays and blacks as much as anybody else. But there's a time and a place, you know?
They like laughing at themselves.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, guys, I'm as racist and as sexist as the next person, if not more so. And I'm telling y'all, this isn't the way.
It is not the way, my son.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, get your stress levels down. Don't keep your blood pressure down. There's no reason to freak yourself out about this stuff. It is just a movie. But
One thing
go ahead.
One thing I did realize, though, coming out next year, it's already wrapped up filming, the sequel to Michael.
Oh, yeah. I hope they call it Wacko Jacko.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we can do like all the dark stuff that he did, you know, and that'll be like the the polar opposite movie, because the Michael was great. I thought it was a fun movie, but it is, hero worship. It's like idolatry. Like
I think it starts off with the whole painkiller stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I want to see the Wacko Jacko movie, and it's about the doctor. He's the main character. Like, that would be an interesting movie. I want to see.
But I saw I did see that movie. I liked it a lot, very much so.
R2, I'll believe you. I mean, it's not a contest, but
Uh-oh.
it's not a contest over who's the most
HUNs?
racist and sexist, but I am, but I can get there. I'm. And yeah, that's the other thing I'm realizing is like a lot of the people in this sphere. Like, I mean, I've been talking about this anti-woke shit for like more than 10 years now. And it's like, I feel like a lot of these dudes are like, they just kind of got into this scene like a couple years ago. Like, it's all new to them, some of these people. And, that's fine. But like I said, like, we like to laugh at this stuff, right? That's the whole idea. Laughing at how stupid these movies are. I mean, it is cathartic when the superhero movie you thought was going to suck did suck. You feel right. You feel validated. I was correct to judge this movie to think it was going to be bad, The
thing is, for me, though, is like I said, I'm not going to spend money on this, but I would much rather, if I'm going to watch it, I'm going to do it via stream. Because I know it's going to go to the streaming channels that I have. So I'm most likely just going to wait until it starts streaming.
Yeah.
Then I will give it a chance.
Right.
As it stands right now,
you gotta give everything its fair chance, I mean, like I said, I didn't watch the Harley Quinn movie from a couple of years back. I thought that looked like garbage. I didn't want to see it. But if people were like, hey, I saw it and it's actually pretty funny, it's actually pretty good, then I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I'll check it out. Of course, I didn't hear that.
And as far as, like reviews and stuff like that, I don't trust reviews for the following reason. Critics can be paid off so easily.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about earlier about like Amazon Studios and Angel Studios. Like, why are like a lot of people giving a lot of these movies passes and stuff? And yeah, I agree. Like, you can't trust anybody. You got a handful of like personal friends that you trust. Like, if Vex Electronica tells me, oh, I watched this movie and it was good, or Gord King or one of these guys, like, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll check it out. I'd like to think they would do the same for me. I mean, I don't really try to sugarcoat things. I try to give everything a fair shot. I try to think of like criticisms and the plus sides of movies. Even if I didn't like the movie, I'll definitely start out with like, well, here's what I did like. Supergirl. I did not care for that movie at all. I was struggling to think of something I liked about the movie. So it is possible. It's not like I'm a shill. It's not like, oh, I fucking,
I said this during my Ghost in the Shell review to Levitt. I said, this movie, it is very hard to find something not to like.
Right.
Because it was done so well.
Oh, I wanted to see Leviticus. I thought that looked cool. The gay conversion horror movie. And I was like, yeah, and I saw the trailer and I was like, this looks neat. This might be good. This might be like a good woke movie, And I saw it and it was ass. It sucked. It sucked. I mean, it was filmed nice, but it's too much like It Follows, and it's very stupid and predictable, and it wasn't scary. And it was very gay. A lot of dudes like making out in that movie. So I wouldn't recommend Leviticus.
You wouldn't recommend that one?
No. And like I said, I was excited for it. I was like, hey, this might be good. And I saw it and I was like, I was wrong. It was terrible. Don't go see it. Just watch It Follows. It's a much better movie. But yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not like my ego was bruised because the movie was bad, It's not like I think a big problem is like a lot of sports fans are getting into the movie critic sphere. And it doesn't work because a lot of these guys are like, well, this movie has a higher number than the other movie, so it's better. Like, this movie made more money, or this movie has a higher audience score, or this movie has a higher fucking whatever, a number attached to it that's better than this other movie, so therefore the movie's better. And it's like, it doesn't work like that at all. You know, movies are subjective. Like, you could show the same movie to 100 people. 99 people will like that movie, and one person might not like it. Does that make that one person wrong? Not really. He just didn't like it. Same thing if, like, 99 people hate a movie and one person loves it. Does that make the one person wrong? No. It's not right or wrong if you liked a movie or not,
Very,
it's all
very
personal
true.
tastes. Yeah, I mean, so again, we have to stop thinking, like, everyone's trying to rate things in objective manners. And it's like, I understand the difference between objective and subjective, but, like, we need to stop focusing on objective and realize, like, movie preferences is subjective in nature. What you like and don't like is subjective. Same thing with food. Like, if someone doesn't like, a hot dog with mustard on it or whatever, do people like, but I like hot dogs with mustard. Like, you don't, so therefore you're wrong. Like, it's not how it works at all. It's a case by case basis, Yes.
IBEB says Enzolosophy.
Yeah.
That name should be, you know what, that word should be in the dictionary.
I don't know. I'm not trying to be a contrarian. It's just like, guys, I've been talking about this shit for 10 years. There's a lot of gays and black people and, forced diversity and all that stuff. It's stupid and it's annoying. Woke storytelling where, you're thinking of, like, some kind of moral messaging over the story itself. Like, that's the wrong way to tell stories. I agree. I've been saying this shit for over a decade.
It's
like
not how you do it. It's not something you don't want to do it via a movie. You don't want to do it via a show. You don't want to do it via a video game.
No, yeah,
It's not-
storytelling. It's just,
storytelling. I mean, you don't want to do it that way. Please.
Right. But, like, that being said, like, I gotta say, like, the last year or two, things are getting better. Like, we're obviously not at the, peak 1999, early 2000s where fucking, we were so spoiled in those late 90s, early 2000s, that was like peak years for movies, But
when did Lion King come out? Because that was one of the best.
95.
95.
So, like,
Mid-
the mid
mid-90s,
90s up to the
late
mid
90s,
2000s, that was like,
Yeah, those were great.
and that peak. Because, yeah, when you look at the Oscars, like, I disagree that Oscars don't matter. They still matter. But there were a few years. Like, what was that fucking Frances McDormand movie that won Best Picture? Nomadland? That was like a movie where it's like, why the fuck did that win Best Picture? There was a few years, like, leading up to and shortly after the pandemic, where, yeah, I did not agree with a single Oscar winner for, I think it was like 2009, 2000 definitely like 2016 to 2022 was like, what the hell are these people thinking, But like I said, I think those days are behind us. I think Hollywood's getting the message that, like,
I kind of wish that they would let. I kind of wish Ricky Gervais would host the Oscars or any of the awards again, because
yeah,
when he went on stage, he spoke the obvious, and I loved it that he did that. And then he said, "Don't invite me again."
I think, yeah, and I think celebrities need to get on a.
He told them what they needed. Yeah, he told them what they needed to hear. They didn't like it.
Yeah.
Tough.
I think celebrities need to be a little more self-deprecating, a little more, like, on our level. They need to bring themselves. We need to stop worshiping what fucking actors and athletes and social media influencers think or care about or talk about. Like, we need to stop putting them on pedestals. Musicians as well.
Don't have them tell us, who to vote for
or what to think.
Stuff like that. It's like, you don't live where I live, so why are you telling me who to vote for?
Right. And I think, like, celebrities need to make themselves more likable by, just getting more relatable. Like, when Jennifer Lawrence showed her ass and pussy and titties to all of us in those nude leaks, like, I realized, like, yes, she's just a regular woman.
Bearing it all,
Yeah, she's
so to
just
say.
she's just a dumb ethot. You know, she's nothing special. Like there's something humbling about that. Yeah, Fargo's a great movie.
I
Um,
Fargo, don't kill me for this. I haven't seen it.
well, you should. It's a good one.
One movie that I really really love, and a lot of people don't give credit to. I loved Clue.
Clue's fun.
I love
Clue's a
Clue.
good one.
Clue's a good one, especially if you like Tim Curry. He's awesome.
Yeah. What was that maid? That maid. Oof.
Yeah, if you like sexy women, there's a maid in there. Ooh, lordy. Even I gotta admit, she's hot.
She aged poorly, but naturally, so good for her. Yeah, and what was it? Like as far as oh yeah, I got Leon. He's gonna be watching the movie I put on the wheel. He's never seen Hudsucker Proxy.
What?
I'm like, dude, it's an awesome movie.
That's a great movie.
It's a fun one. The invention of the hula hoop, fictionalized, obviously, but it's a funny movie. And yeah, it's like,
I mean,
yeah,
the Weird Al movie, that was 110%. Weird Al said, yeah, there was nothing in that movie that was true.
oh, you're talking about Weird.
Yeah, Weird. He said,
I thought you were talking about UHF. UHF is so
no,
funny.
In
Yeah,
the
yeah.
movie Weird, he said, oh yeah, that mythic. He said, yeah, that was a biopic, but nothing in that movie was true.
There's like a little bit, like he did get his accordion from a door-to-door salesman. I don't know if his dad fist fought the guy. You know, I mean,
I love how he made the biopic untrue. It's like,
right.
yeah, none of it's
Yeah.
true.
That's what you do. That's how you make it interesting. Yeah, and like Supergirl, Craig Gillespie, he made that I, Tonya movie with Margot Robbie. That was a good movie. That was fun. That was wild. You realize, like, God, these people were stupid. How stupid were they to try that?
But yeah, let's wish for the best for the rest of the summer, and hope for the best for what's coming up in September and October and November and December.
Yeah. I'm
Pray-
excited about
Pray for the world this summer.
There's a good, like, there's a good, like, dozen or so movies that I am very interested in seeing.
Let us hope it works. Let us hope it all works out. In the meantime, what you got coming up?
I think AJ's hosting Circle of Jerks tonight. I think. I don't know. I if so, I'll probably be there. Other than that, on my channel, I got Dorkside on Sunday nights. And Wednesday we do we watch movie commentaries, so I got a few of those lined up. So expect some fun stuff. I think we're in our action movie arc. I might get Dante's Peak out next week. That's like an early one we recorded back in like 2023. But I think I did manage to get it past copyright from Universal.
That's
so
another
that's
one
fun.
that's anal.
MGM they used to be really cool, and MGM is not cool anymore. But Warner Brothers, I think, is the worst. Warner Brothers, like, they tried to sue that one guy for his Batman review. That was weird.
I didn't know that.
They gave him a strike, and he did the appeal where you got to take me to court. And then they did, and then they dropped the case, and then they are suing him again. So it's just very stupid. But yeah, check out my channel. We do these fun long live streams on Sundays and occasionally on Thursdays, and we got Wednesday movies, we watches, and then I'm on other people's channels throughout the week. AJ and Zax and Lance, Outcast Creative, and occasional other places. We've been on Eclectic Goats channel on Monday talking about this weird unknown show called Harsh Realm from 1999 that was very, like I said, The Matrix came out in 99, and there's also The 13th Floor and Dark City and just all this stuff, and Harsh Realm is another one of those. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of fun stuff that we've been doing, but mostly just been hanging out, talking about movies like adults. I'm just kidding. Talking about movies made for grown-ups. That's fun.
I don't want to be an adult.
We don't only have to watch movies made for babies.
I don't want to be an adult.
Everyone's
Adulting is
talking
not fun.
Yeah, like grown men like talking about Moana right now. It's like, dude, that is so not even on my radar. I don't even give a shit. Like Moana was bad. Yeah, okay. Bless you for watching that. You know,
Live action, not. I mean, Disney needs to stop with the live action.
Dude, that's hilarious to me. The idea of a 40-year-old man, like, I'm going to go see Moana so I can validate it's terrible, but I'm not going to watch The Odyssey out of spite. I'm going to boycott The Odyssey, but I'm going to watch Moana and Supergirl. I'll be first in line to see those so I can talk about how bad they were. But I won't watch one battle after another or The Odyssey because,
as far as Moana
politics.
As far as Moana goes, my point of view on it is I'm just tired of Disney making everything live action.
Everyone is, you know.
But the anime, I mean, the animation version, the original version, I liked.
Here's what I'm gonna say: if any big YouTubers are watching, this is what I would want to see in the future. Instead of like bitching about like a movie like Supergirl for a year, and then watching it and it's terrible, and then you're gloating that it was bad and you were right, that's like not interesting to see. Like that gets boring and stale from a viewer standpoint, you know, as an audience member in the live streams. What would be funnier is if you pretended you were really excited about the movie. Oh, I can't wait for The Odyssey. It's going to be so good. I'm so excited. All you guys hating on it are stupid. And then you go see the movie and then you come back and you're like, oh, it was awful. I feel so betrayed. I don't understand. Like, I think that is more entertaining, you know, like as from a live stream point of view, like a YouTube commentator point of view, just food for thought. You know, you can give us like some drama, you know, give us some roller coaster, emotional roller coaster here. Like pretend you're really excited for the movie and then like you can act like the movie stabbed you in the back. You know, the movie put a dagger in your chest because it was so awful. Like, I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I'm just tired of, that's the only reason I'm not going to see it is just I'm tired of Disney making everything live action. I've seen the animation, so I already know what happens. I don't need to see it live.
Yeah. And I think I'm tired of just hearing fat YouTubers bitch nonstop about things they don't like. What do you like? Oh, you like Predator? You like Empire Strikes Back? Okay. That's the other thing. Is like, oh, if it isn't as good as Empire Strikes Back, it's shit. Like everything has to be as good as like the things you loved when you were a child. Like that mentality needs to go out the window. I don't like you're not a child anymore.
I will admit, sequels usually are hard to. It usually is very hard to get sequels to be just as good as
totally
the one that comes out just as good as the one that came out before it.
That's why Empire kicks ass.
Yeah, Empire was good. I liked Empire. I liked it a lot.
Empire's not just one of the best sequels ever. It's one of the best movies ever. Empire Strikes Back. It's fucking badass.
I wouldn't say it's one of the best movies, but it is a damn good sequel because you get to see, like they said, Empire Strikes Back, and how they do it is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, Terminator 2, course, Aliens.
Yeah, Terminator 2 was great.
Godfather 2, Toy Story 2. What are the other really good sequels? I mean, Lord of the Rings, obviously. I mean, those don't even count as sequels, though. It's like one big long movie. Yeah, I mean, you know, they're out there. It's hard. They're gonna do an It Follows sequel. They Follow. That might be fun. Yeah, Empire takes risks. Exactly. We like risks. We don't want the same shit over and over again.
Conjuring did quite a few sequels. I didn't like the Conjuring 2. The first one was good. I didn't like the second.
Yeah, I mean, they got their moments, but like I said, I can't really remember them. Yeah.
AJ says, hot take. When I was a kid, I hated the Empire because the bad guys won. My opinion has changed as I've gotten older.
Yeah. You learn to appreciate things also on a second viewing, you know? Like I said, I didn't like Evil Dead Burn. I mean, I liked it, but I thought it was weak. I thought it was a weaker Evil Dead movie. But who knows? Maybe I'll watch it again 2 years from now, and maybe it'll be like my favorite of the new ones, you know? Like, your opinion can change.
I'd have to say, out of all the Evil Deads that I've seen so far, my favorite has always been Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness is fun. Army of Darkness is badass. It's the most quotable.
Groovy.
God. Yo, she bitch. Come get some. No, my favorite line is at the end where he's like, ma'am, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store.
God, that was the best one. You found me beautiful once. Baby, you got
sugar,
real
baby.
ugly.
Yeah.
It had so many. When it's comedy sequels are pretty actually easy, in my opinion. They come out.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2, good one.
Evil Dead 2 is interesting because it's like a requel, you know? It's like Desperado. It's like part remake, part sequel, you know? It's cool.
Yeah, and then you got like animes. I'm an anime fan, sorry, but animes, those are hit and miss. Animations, hit and miss as well.
Evil Dead's interesting because, like I said, I give them all A's. Like, I like them all, and it's like, which one's my favorite? I really have a hard time picking. Like, they all have their own. It's like trying to pick your favorite child. Like, they all have their own different qualities, you know? They all got their own
charm. They each have their own little charm.
And that's one thing I do like about the new ones is, like, especially this newest one, is they are trying new things while expanding the lore and giving you the classic tropes, like the chainsaw shows up and you're like, yes, hell yeah. Like, why is there a chainsaw? It doesn't matter. It's Evil Dead. It's supposed to be, there's a chainsaw somewhere. It's awesome.
There always has to be a chainsaw, whether you like it or not. There's a chainsaw. It's got to be.
I mean, and if there isn't a chainsaw, like, I guess we won't get upset, but when the chainsaw shows up, it is a welcome surprise.
There are chainsaws in Resident Evil. There's always a chainsaw. Just look around. You'll find one. There's going to be one. Anywho, thanks for coming on. It's been a blast.
It has.
I will have to remember to put that frickin' opening on. I can't believe I started without an opening. I can't believe that. Such a professional streamer. But yes, thank you for coming on. Thanks for letting us know what you got coming on. For Sunday, what time is your show?
10 p.m. Central is when we start.
Okay, so guys, check out Stupenzo's channel. Give it a like. Check out his videos. Give them a like. Drop down a subscribe. You know.
I think Sunday we're gonna watch a pilot to a show that failed called Hollywood Dog from like the 90s. And I think we're also going to start watching Baywatch Nights season 1.
Again?
No, we watched season 2, which is like the X-Files shit. Season 1 is like private investigator. So yeah, we're gonna give season 1 a look-see, which should be fun. And yeah, we'll talk about, you know, some movie trailers, and we'll probably talk more about Evil Dead more in depth and stuff. And I want to talk about like Evil Dead as a whole. You know, it's a fun franchise.
It definitely is. So thanks again for coming on. Like I said, hopefully this summer we'll have the rest of the summer we'll have better movies. Definitely look forward to Coyote versus Acme. We'll have to hook up for that one. That one looks so good.
Yeah, like I said, Her Private Hell comes out in a week or two. That should be fun. Serial killer movies are always cool.
As for me, I don't have anything tomorrow, but on Monday I shall try and hop back onto Pragmata, around 9:30 p.m., 10 p.m. Eastern. next Saturday for Scoop Pups podcast. My guest will be the problematic white guy. And he and I are going to be talking about Sony and Steam and all that good stuff that's going on right now. So be sure to show up for that one, guys, because that one's going to be a deep dive. Because a lot of us who are gamers here, we like our physical. So that's going to be brought up. We're going to be talking Steam. We're going to be talking Valve. We're going to talk all that stuff. So be sure to get that. And I will be working on another review for you guys. So keep a lookout for that as well. In the meantime, thank you guys for showing up. I absolutely love you all. Mods, thank you for doing what you do best. Like, subscribe, become a member if you wish. I would gladly appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 700. And also, swing by Stupenzo's channel, check out his videos, give them a like, and even subscribe to him. In the meantime, you guys have a good night. Good night.
Good night.